Oh, what's going on, everyone? Hey, Justin. Hey, Clinton. Um, this is actually happening. Is this still live? Happening? I put a post up trying to get the teams worked out, but I think I have most of them worked out from teams that you guys previously picked to other stuff. So let me see. Where is that? I think it's like under posts. So I still need Rodney, Dane, Justin. I thought maybe the Rangers, but I wasn't 100% sure. Clinton. And then once those are picked, Shaw and Bill, I'll get your guys' teams. Hey, how's it going, Beast? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, card shrapnel and gum flakes. It's gonna be everywhere, man. I absolutely hate opening these, but hey. So I know you're checking chat, Clinton, but are you listening to what I said? Did you say what up ass? Are you calling me names? That's messed up, dude. Or are you saying what up do you want the A's? Because if you're saying that, the A's already picked. Just go to the post. Only channel members can check out the post anyway, so. Oof, eating the gum. I don't know, man. Yankees are grabbed by Mr. Allen. You know how Allen is. I don't know. I have this giant, nice rack. You guys like my rack? I don't know why I have that sitting out, considering I'm not even sure if we'll have enough cards to put on there. No worries. Oh my God. Okay, well, if you don't want to pick a team, man, I ain't gonna force you to do it. No need to walk everybody and hold their hand. I'm fine with letting you do whatever you want. You're a big boy. Nice rack. Well, thank you. I'm just gonna start opening packs because what the hell? Clinton, why are you being so passive aggressive, dude? You're dude, you're gonna. Clinton, the A's are picked. What is your second choice? Either that or follow the post I put up and you can tell what teams are picked. And you can see from there. Let me go ahead and put the Rangers on for our good friend Justin. That's a way too upbeat. Ex-basketball player from the 90s. Gotcha. Yeah, I can understand that too, but Being we're not dribbling any basketballs right now, I figured saying post while online would make more sense. What? Justin ain't your good friend? He's a brother? Okay. Oh, I thought you were throwing some shade. That wouldn't. So you want the expos? I wonder why you want the expos. I wonder why. All right, so let's see. Rays weren't around. Rodney, I think, picked Dodgers last time. Shaw would be a Blue Jays. Sharp would be Angels. I think after picking those, it'd be like Rodney or Dane, who wouldn't have an exact team. But I haven't heard from Dane in a while, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go with a team. Just pick it for him. So Rodney, I'll pick Dodgers. For Dane, is he a Floridian? Maybe. Oh man, I don't know what he'd want. Let's just pick Astros. And then Shaw, Jays, Bill, Angels. And I think that's it. Got everybody with the team. What's going on? How you doing, Jeff? I wouldn't really call that a nobody team, though, really. Your TCDB account, I need to upgrade. No, I don't want to do that. Not right now. Stop it. Why does it keep doing this? That is so bizarre. Does it do this often? I'm not sure I get what was going on there. It was like a strong arm thing. They were like, you need to upgrade. I mean, I don't even see ads anyway. I have like an ad blocker. But I'm sure that would cost them so much more money to like. All right, let's just get into this. I'm going to close this down because it's asking all these questions and I just don't want to mess with it. Well, upgrade then. All right, give me your credit card number. I'll upgrade. Horse's ass. So obviously the most expensive things in here are the errors and or variations. So chances of getting them though, probably not the best. There's the rookie. I think that's almost on every rookie that has the varying degrees of where it's set. There's some copyright ones. There's a couple different stats and or other crap. Do you pay the full amount, you guys? I mean, if it's something that everybody does, maybe I'll do, but I just don't know if I see a huge value in it. $89 is a vanilla product. There's not really much to get excited about anyway. The next, I am going kind of old, new, back and forth for the member stuff because I have so many boxes of retro and/or junk wax era. I think if I eat that gum, it'll be like eating that gum that Jeff got me, and I'll have that horrible aftertaste for a long time. You play the minimum 5, okay? Well, maybe it's worthwhile then. I haven't updated my card list where I don't know if after a certain amount of cards you get up on the site, then does it ask? But you guys kind of use it a lot more than me. I pay memberships on other sites like eBay and was paying the StreamYard, but I decided not to. It's not gonna. All right. A lot of the propaganda pieces in here. 1 per pack. I had the errors all setting up on the screen, but there's a Mattingly. Shout out to both Alan and Justin and Rodney. I gotta get a better elbow grip here. There we go. All right. Maybe I can get that back up. I just don't want the thing to constantly ask me for recently closed tab. 1989 tops. I got a wicked paper cut earlier today. Well, it's more of a cardboard cut. I was like, okay, so there's the Orestes Destrada. Oh my gosh, those are gonna be hard to tell. Steve Cersei, which he's part of the Future Star era. So like pretty much almost all those Future Stars have that issue. And I wonder how many different variations there are, because it just, a sliding printing plate is all it was. Oh boy. What's up, Maddie? We've gotten used to you not being there, Maddie. We know you're doing stuff. You're a busy man. All right, come on, Dave. See? Oh, I thought he was holding a cup of coffee. I wish there was a AI that we could put on screen, like a useful one that would pick out the amount of players who had like maybe 1 year, 2 years. Oh no, dude, life before cards for sure, always. I think everybody feels that way. I mean, I'm barely keeping things together myself. That's why this week I have to change things up. It's just too much. I think that 90% of this stuff is just the gum shrapnel, man. It's kind of disgusting. Joel Youngblood, Jamie Moyer, Lee Smith, Bobby Bowe. I bought so much of this crap at the time, paying whatever the full price was for 45 cents a pack. What a waste of money. Doesn't seem like they have too many stains on them, but how is there I don't know if that's a pack stain or a gum stain. If it's a gum stain, how can that be when the gum's on the other side? Again, that 80s, 90s tomfoolery of people just being outright thieves. Hopefully that's not what it is. Hopefully it's not like a reseal. I think I noticed it on the last ones too, that it was weird. Trevino. Wait, was that wasn't one of the ones? Yeah. Wally World. What's going on, Last Wraps? Well, that's oil. So I guess it could be if it's an oil-based glue, but look how it goes across it. And the card was in there like that, so the gum should come across it this way, not this way. So, who knows, man? I don't want to be conspiracy theorist or weird about opening packs, but I do feel like sometimes there's some weird stuff going on. Sid Bream, oh boy. Wonder what his lifetime average was, like 250, something like that. Kenya. Yeah, I didn't even send out an invite to you guys just because I didn't. Most of the time, most people don't make this live, so. Or actually, maybe it's the elite hunt that people hate more. He would definitely thrive, man. He would probably be like, he'd win the batting title. And Rob Deere would win Triple Crown. Yeah, it's funny to think about those players that we were just clowning on back in the day, but now there's Vance Law. Eric Davis. Bob Denier. I haven't heard that name in a while. So yeah, this pack perfectly fine. Nothing on it. You're at work. Oh yeah, has he sent you a message? He was going to send me a message when he was going live, but I didn't go on. If he's already gone live, then I missed it. Feel free to share the link if you want, if it's going on right now. Glenn Davis. There's Ricky Henderson on the Yankees. And then Mick Reynolds. Yeah, there's something about that design, even when they used it for the 35th anniversary stuff. I mean, the autographs, it looked really nice, but not super exciting. Sorry, yeah, I skipped over a lot of different players in the interest of time, because there are notables, but man, this is chock full of, like, it's down memory lane. I could go through a ton of different players, but yeah, 435 it was supposed to be. Okay. Dickie Thon, Ashby. Yeah, I know he said, I don't think he said that he wasn't gonna do it, but it was kind of up in the air. So if he already said it, though, then he's probably gonna do it. Ozzie Smith, Darryl Strawberry, Ramon Martinez, who obviously back in the day was considered the better of the two brothers. What's up, Titus? to make Johnny happy. Oh my God, that's the hardest gum ever. Oh, I think Johnny just likes being an asshole. That's what I'm getting from this. I have figured it out. Faked what? Oh, I wonder why you wanted the expos. You're so tricky. Can't fool me, Clinton. What am I supposedly faked? Are you saying I faked eating the gum? That would be the dumbest thing to say if that's what you're saying. Well, here. Does that look faked? Hope it upsets your tummy a little bit too. For some reason, it tastes like the wax. It's disgusting. Dude, you do you. You always eat the gum, knock yourself out. That's what I'm saying. Doesn't mean that everybody has to. Willie Ansley, probably never played. Oh my God, that stuff. What a horrible aftertaste. Not as bad as the stuff that Jeff sent me, but it's pretty bad. And Red Light never shared the video if he got his wife to eat it. Puxatawny Phil? I don't know if I'm going to get rid of this taste, man. More winter. I'm sure it probably did. Nothing like that. Man. Some of your opinions. So far-fetched. Never. There's Ozzie Smith, lone standing card, not the all-star. Mike Mora. I feel like this looks timeless. You put this in sepia or black and white, that haircut, you put it in the 50s or something. Obviously not with the Mariners. Mike Schmidt. I have noticed that every single card so far has been pretty well centered. Jim Rice and whoa. Or Genis Salazar? I don't know. I remember him. With the Expos, Royals, and Cubs. Wonder what they called him. Was it RG? ARG? ARG for short. Groundhog is a fraud. Well, it's a promotion, really. It's not really, you know, they haven't got it down to exact science or something that Groundhog peeking his head out does anything. Oh, man. That's somebody's grandpa. Jack McKeon. So there is a Bob Welcher, but what the heck is it? Welcher. Or am I thinking of a different one? Error does not say complete major league pitching record. This one does, so it's the corrected. I figured these would be corrected. I mean, the chances of getting like some of these error boxes, most of those are like still in the case form, just sitting in Jeff's basement. Oh my God. It's horrible tasting. Yeah, it's a total promotional thing, man. Oxitani, they make so much money off doing that. They have a little festival. It's a whole money-making thing. It's always been a gimmick. I feel like you feel like they're cheating you. There's Spanky Lavalier. I think you got a secret stash, Jeff, of like sealed cases of product you're not telling us about. Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. Was it Welcher? Am I thinking of someone else? There's another pitcher too that died in a car accident. Andy Cox. I like that Madden League. That card's just awesome looking. Some of the photography in here is great. So that is a Jeffries with pretty close to the hat. Not that that matters too much. Hojo. Dibble. These cards have been relatively flipped the right way on almost every single one, except for every once in a while you see one that's like 3 or 4 in the back. You didn't have the willpower? Yeah, that's understandable. Demo and Lance and them always said that it was weird to keep product around, but I don't know. I think it's because I realize I have such horrible luck, and I'm like, screw opening it. It's more fun if other people open it. Maybe their luck will make whatever's in there better. It's like believing a groundhog's gonna tell you when spring will begin. I'm just silly like that. So there's a Steve Peters, one of our buddies in the card community here in Colorado, that he had, pretty much like me, he had like a storage unit full of stuff, and he was like one of the first ones to make some repacks here in Colorado for Walmart. And he got like $1 million for all the cards if he created the repacks too. Like, so they send him in the packaging, he put it all together, and then put them in boxes. Someone would pick them up, ship them out, that kind of thing. Who knows if they're any good? Carney Lansford. But I just remember everybody was like talking about how Steve Peters, he made millions during the junk era. That is a lot of A's in one pack. So everybody thought they would eventually be able to do something like he did, obviously. 5 different A's in one pack. There's a Topps magazine for the Henderson. All I ever see is the sweatshirt ones in the boxes that I've opened up. It's either, some kind of variation of apparel. That offer, or I guess the pages. You just let me know if it pops up, Johnny. I may have missed it if there was one. What's a scam, Sean? You think it's been tampered with? That's what I was trying to say, but you guys were saying I was crazy. I feel like there was some weirdness going on there because, hey, look at this. Maybe they did that with the Yankees ones. I was going to say that's gray. Yeah, so maybe that's like a primary color. Oh, Randy's an expo? Oh, come on, Clinton. You're so much smarter, man. This is the first box. The other one has like tape on it, and it says Lafayette Indoor Flea Market sealed. So I'm guessing that was their version of authenticating it. No, you're Clinton, you're getting them. I was trying to give you shit. Why is it you don't let me give you shit on stuff? There's Gary Carter. Mike Lacrosse showing us how he throws a curveball. There you go, Jeff. Cecil Fielder. And another J. There's the cat. No pack will ever have that many of these. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, seemed kind of funny that you get 5 athletics in one pack. Their collation, I think it comes out by like, so they chop it, and then it's by like section and sheet. So there is like a collation. You can kind of figure it out by how they printed it, but there should not be that many athletics unless they have a sheet that's got that many athletics on it. Small Cecil, yeah. There's El Cid. The team leader cards are pretty nice too. I mean, I like how they look. Les Lancaster. Less is more. David Cohn. There's Rick after being a Cub. You'll be back later. All right, Sean. We will be here, or at least I will be here. Jody Reed. Jim Eppard. Don't remember him. I'm not really seeing. Hey, think of this though, Johnny. To get back to this is kind of a funky box. We have 1 future star so far, and we are almost all the way done with the box. There's this left, and then this little small stack. They're not that hard to get. There's a special place in hell for anybody who opened and closed these boxes. Terry Mulholland. I mean, I get back in the day, if you had a 45-cent card, people would sell it, but I mean, they're worth Mattingly's in here so far, so it still feels weird. That's what she said. Willie Wilson. Got him to sign at one of the Nationals where he was like one of the free autographs. Russ Nixon. Charlie O'Brien. I don't remember that card at all. Like, not at all. Oh, where's this goes? There's a Grace. Oral All-Star. Well, that's an extreme close of Alvin Davis. A bit much. There's our first #1 draft pick. Bill Bean. I feel like the last box I opened too was the same, where it was like maybe 1 future star, maybe 2. I mean, I don't think that's the odds. Cecilio Guante. Interesting. I don't remember him either. Gubixa, I do remember. Chris Carpenter, I remember. Matt Noakes. Balboni. Smells like baloney. Sabo. Dravecki. What's up, Chuck? Wolf Wolf, hope you're well. We are trying to figure out if this is a tampered box. If someone messed with it. Seems to be some funny business going on. You had 5 A's in 1 pack. Let's see, there's no like huge amount. There's Mike Schmidt of any different team except for that 1 pack. Canseco, Mike Young, don't remember you. Too many L's in his first name, Allen. I'm glad you're doing well. Frank Viola. Dave Martinez. There's Hanky. Got a Hanky alert. Ryan Sandberg. And Rance. A great name. There we go. Card number 2 of a guy who never was worth anything, even back in the day. Steve Searcy. Alomar. The Sandberg All-Star. Dave Stewart with his optional smile. And Sweet Lou Whitaker. So now that is 2 future stars in the box total. You're saying Hanky is underrated big time. I've never really looked at his career number. Jack McDowell, Ron Gant, Rookie Cup, Jimmy Key, Bobby Witt, Luis Polonia. He was always fun. Got that gum. You see, I've opened a ton of the 89, For some reason, I don't think the hobby itself has that Ricky, and if it is in there, maybe it's just harder to find. There's another Cecil, Dwayne Ward, Julio Franco. Looks like he just was pissed off. And then Brady Anderson, I think that's his rookie. Yeah, that's our Brady Anderson rookie. I want to say he has a 88 supplemental also, because I remember that one being worth a lot when he just found power. I don't know where he found it. I think it was in his shoe or something like that. He was like searching around for it, and he's like, I found power. That's a big cat. Yugioh. Quizinator. Another Gidry. There's another album. So I had the pages, the album, and all of the apparel so far. Honeycut. Sparky. It's not a box if you don't get a Sparky. Tim Leary. All right, last pack. Will there be a future star in there? Survey says Terry Taylor. Bob Hoida. And Sanderson. So no, there were 2 future stars in the entire thing. That's crazy. Oh, that's nasty. Wish I had some cat litter to wash away that taste. All right, where am I going to put these? This is going to be fun to sort, I can tell you. So here's the one I was talking about. Lafayette Indoor Market, code EBP. Price $650. That didn't have a year on there too. Kind of curious as to when Dean bought that, because this was all stuff that Dean had. Who's in the bottom of this box? Goose, but of course he taped it. George Brett, Bill Buckner, Daryl Evans. I don't know why he would put tape across the bottom like that too. I get that they were trying to make it look like it was sealed, but I don't know if those look any better. Another Willie Wilson. Wade Boggs. Yep, this is a better one. So we got Abbott here. Ozzy. Ellis Burks, that's a really messed up cut. How's it going, Cardboard Kings? I don't really have any free cards to give out. This is a member break for channel members. I'm sure if I there's not really much in this that's you would want, I don't think. It's not like a highly sought after set, aside from maybe a few rookies. There's Polonia. Another Cecil. I think you're going to get about 8 of these Cecil Fielders there, Jeff. And Frank Viola. I would say that this box is already looking better, though, than the previous one for sure. Bo Diaz. Yeah, I think the culture of, like, you know, Whatnot does a lot of those free pack giveaways the way they do that, but a lot of the people on Whatnot, they make like money by viewership and by people who sub to them, which is crazy. They really do have it set up to be a money-making machine. There's a big cat. That pack looks funny. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is not a good group of boxes to open up for the channel member stuff, because these are not looking good. At least there seems to be some kind of funky stuff going on. Yugioh. Stan Jefferson, and then the All-Star Mattingly. It's a nice card. What's up, Pax ASMR? Hope you're well. Yeah, that's the thing, is postage is ridiculous anymore. Look at this pack. This is ridiculous. The person who probably resealed that didn't even care. I would love it if I was opening it up and I got some like traded cards in here or something that shouldn't be in there. Yep, not a single notable player in that one. See if that looks better. Nope. I guess maybe all of these, if they all look like this, there's a chance it got folded weird, but I don't think anybody cares. That's why there's only a few people here right now. So try my content. Bob Ojeda, there's a Mike Harkey. So we've got 1 future star and 1 first-round draft pick so far. I guess that's better than we were doing on the previous one. Just gonna go faster. I don't waste more of my time. Gallego, Barshow, Tony Fernandez. Yeah, I think it's $6 in a padded envelope for cards when I send them out now. That's like the average. I'm pretty sure on Whatnot too that the people who send out stuff, they can't charge more than a certain amount. I don't know what that is though. I doubt it's 6. All I know is when I tried to do the sales on there, yeah, it didn't go so well. I think I sold 40 things, and in the end, I was net negative $8 because of shipping. You weren't the ones. Yeah, I agree. There's something going on though with this. I may do a redo on these or something, or add another box of something and then open it and include it with everybody in their pick teams, because I feel like you guys shouldn't be cheated on that too. There's that Andy Bennis. That's a kind of cool one. Shout out to Clarky, that another Brady Anderson rookie. And yeah, there was 3 Mattinglys, I think, right, so far. 2 All-Stars and then the base. These packs look a little better. What's up, Joe? Hope you're doing well. Sorry about taking those off screen. Obviously, I'm not doing anything funny with them. There's Big Cat All-Star. I wonder how many years, well, I'm sure if I went to Pro Reference, I could tell, but how many years he was an All-Star. Rich Yet. Y'all remember him? Because I don't. His name was Richard. He should have gone by Dick. Hey, what's up, Tom? Ah, shit. I forgot that this is the same time as the Junkies. When I delayed mine and switched it from Saturday, I should have just... There's always a night that somebody has something going on, and I try not to step on toes. That's probably why there was only 3 people in here. Makes sense. Seems legit. There's a Hawk All-Star. Alomar. Five times. So one or two was with the Rockies too. And then what? Braves. So Expos. Expos twice maybe, and then a couple times with the Rockies, and then that's my guess. Roger Craig. George Bell. Well, I swear his rookie had Jorge on his, maybe they did that. I'm sure it's not an error, but that is interesting. 1 Expo, 2 Rockies, 2 Braves. Hey, that's pretty good. And that was me just guessing, so. I'll probably add like another box of something. I'm sure that's going to make it. If you guys don't want more junk era cards, that's fine. But I really do feel bad that these boxes seem, what's the word? Hanky? Not Tom Hanky, but hanky, like they say in. Oh, what's that Harrison Ford movie? Where he jumps from the train and they're in Chicago and he's like, that seems a little hanky. Y'all remember that Ripken? That is 1 card out of all of them. This is what makes me think it's weird. Every other card in here is pretty good centering. And then you got this one that isn't centered well, and it happens to be one of the fugitive, yeah. Well, I was thinking U.S. Marshals, but that's the second one, right? Thanks, Chuck. Do you remember that line, or am I just the only one remembering that weird line? Because like when he said it, I thought of Tom Hanky. I'm like, is he talking? Is he throwing shade? What's that all about? Vance Law? We got our third first round draft pick. Fourth. So an Avery's not bad. It's not great. He was the lesser head of the Ghidorah three-headed monster Braves pitching staff, but still. Oh my God, that gum. Johnny, should I pack up that gum and send it to you? Because I'd be fine with doing that if you enjoy it. Turning back the clock. That's the first turning back the clock, I think, so far. I don't think I have another box of 89 tops to add, so if I added something, it would be a different year. Like I might have, I don't know if I have some 88. I'll find out and I'll make a post. I just feel like this is a disappointing box considering the two best out of two boxes are just those two cards. We haven't received multiple Randy Johnsons. We haven't, there hasn't been a single Greg Jeffries. Seems pinky, you know? I'll eat the gum. There's certain gum that tastes all right. It tastes like gum. This tastes like the pack. It's not right. It tastes like, almost like wax or something. Ken Herbeck eating a hot dog or something. You remember that 90s score would be good? Hope you're doing well, Tom. Haven't spoke with you in a while. I'm just so stretched thin, man. I mean, I wish I'm not like physically stretched thin. Yeah, the older gum tastes way better. This 89, oh my God. Jeff, I still have the aftertaste. And I've drank half of this water and half of the Gator or Powerade that I have. There's another Hawk. Shout out to Maddie. There's Ricky. See, really nice centering on these. Every time I say that, there's a card that follows up with no, with horrible centering. How dare they? All right, so the last one's from the front half of the box. And then now we have the back half. After the 7th inning stretch here. Gurman. There's Wally World again. There's a lot of players, though, from this era that just they get no respect. There we go. Let's get some strikeouts. Let's lead the league in strikeouts. God bless Rob Deere. Hall of Famer if he had been playing right now. What are they going to do when a lot of these people start retiring like modern players that like are going to end up with like a 2.15 batting average? I mean, I get that they go by the sabermetrics and all the things that we used to care about. They don't care about, but it's like whatever. Thanks, Jeff. I thought you were a member. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, Tom. I had heard from Arnie over the weekend about it. I didn't respond to you because like I've got about 15, 20 texts that I haven't responded to. I sent out a couple last night, responded to those, but I need to get on it. Oh, okay. Right on. Thank you. Oh my God, that's so bad. It might be this year that's horrible. It could be just like whatever they had for preservatives were just bad. Because I think that's why they say don't eat the gum, because certain preservatives. Oh, it's just horrible. What's up, Red Light? Roberto Kelly. 2 rookie cups in a row in Jay Buhner and Cecil Espy. Tim Wallach. Another Ricky. The Yankees have done really well. You're sorting cards. I hear you. Oh, yeah. I think you guys are doing multiple fundraisers, right? Johnny was telling us about the one for Red Rum's sister, I think. I don't think we knew about at the time. I don't know if anybody said anything about Kenny. He may have said that too, but it was after 5 hours of streaming. I get really brain dead. There's another Donnie. With so many Donnies. Oh, I think this is a Jeffries coming up, isn't it? Nope. Looked like it for a second. No, it is. I saw the stands, but then I didn't see like the jersey. So that's the second Greg Jeffries out of the Future Stars. He was hot back then, so I mean that's not his rookie, but you'd think that probably wasn't worth that much. Who knows? You're both doing one? Okay. Do you have the dates already set, buddy, or are you in touch with Kenny's family or somebody? It'd be nice to get like a big grouping of people to do it, like the whole card community. I suppose that wouldn't be possible for like a stream, like having that many people in it and active. We'd probably have to like have people go in and out, right? That's what she said. I'm full of them today. 22nd is the date. Okay. Well, keep me in the loop, man. I'll do whatever I can. Probably won't have like the funds to put in, but as I always do, I've donated to pretty much every single fundraiser since I've been on here in the last 5 years. Even when I didn't know people. Nice hat, Dave. Keith Hernandez. There's Kurt Gibson. Al Nipper. We got a Sparky, so Sparky in each box. The world is right. Wade Bogg, shout out to Alan again. Maybe I can get Alan to trade me. Like I can trade, no one picked the socks. I can trade him the Wade Bogg stuff and get like a couple Donnies that I can send you just for fun. I know you probably have them, Justin, but I'm sure you don't mind having extras. It's Donnie after all. I'm on and Lance is on. Yep, that's where Johnny and everybody is right now, I think. Ozzie Smith, Mike Schmidt, We weren't sure if he was going to start, but he's doing a sale. That'll be fun for everybody. Everybody go head over there. Hang out with Lance. David Wells. There's the Bob Welch again. And it's the same one, so not an error box. Has some variations in here, though. Just is not an error box. Yeah, if everybody could hit like, too, for me that's watching, that'd be great. I've noticed lately, because I don't say that, I'll like leave a stream. At the end of it, I'll have 4 or 5 likes. So I got to say that more often, I think. And I'm pretty sure there's more than 4 or 5 people at one time or another. There's another Spanky. Pissed off Julio Franco. Another Steve Cersei. He's totally. This is a. Well, there was a Randy though. Not bad shape either, Clinton. That's the notable cards. But like the weird thing is, why's Jeff Sellers in there? 2 Cerseis, 2 Jeffries, and a Harkey. Jeff Sellers. Yeah, I brought that up earlier. There wasn't a single Sheffield in the first box. There's some tomfoolery afoot. There's been Mark Grace. He was not a rookie in this anyway, but there has been a Mark Grace. I don't think he's a notable player in my mind. Another Andy Van Slyke. Bert. Mark Clear, man. Great photo. That Jim Carter is hacked. There hasn't been a. This is all the rookies that are expensive. I mean, there was some Brady Anderson stuff, but any Rose or bench cards? I don't know. How many cards did they have in the set? Red light. How many did they have in the set? Do you know off the top of your head? Why does it not show Lance's live for me?
Maybe that's what baseball cards do. Trust me. It was all.
Are you just saying I don't remember any off the top of my head? Red light. That's why I was asking you if there was certain numbers.
I don't know.
All right, last stack in these horrible boxes. Has a manager card. I don't think I've seen his manager card. There's been a bunch of Sparky Anderson and other managers, but I haven't seen a Rose card. 792 cards. Yep, lots of cards in it for sure. That's the thing with like, I think there's only one turning back the clock too that's been in here, which usually there'd be a lot more of those. Like I was saying, there's a special place in hell for people who went through boxes and took out, well, there's Rock Reigns. Didn't take out the Rock Reigns? Come on. Could just be these are crappy boxes, but who knows? Coalition has been weird. Not on the second box, more on the first one, where there was a pack that had 4 or 5 A's cards in there. No, I'm not saying that he red light. What we're saying is he only had 1 card in the set. It has not been in these boxes that I've opened. I just wanted to answer your question, and while I was asking him if there were cards in there, then Jeff let us know. There are 5 different turn back the clocks, and so far only 1 has been pulled, which is very bizarre. Another Bill Bean. Good Lord. Even when I opened this previously, because I have opened this for a member break, I don't think it ever went that bad. There was probably a bunch of smolts and stuff in there too. So this is really weird. That's the first Wade Boggs for sure. I don't think there's too much funniness. There's McGuire going on with this box, but the first one just wasn't right. Jeff would know what. I am so confused, Red Light. I'm not sure what you're asking. In chat, like if you scroll way up, there's a whole bunch of stuff where it was, the question was answered as how many there are. There's just 1 Rose card. That's it. That's in the set. And being it's two random boxes, there hasn't been 1 yet pulled. Bo. Don't be lost, man. No, you had asked if there's any Rose or bench cards. And I had, that's why I was like, none yet. Unless you were asking, are there any in the set? And then if that's the case, there's only that 1 manager card. What's up, Alan? I mean, you've got a bunch of different reds, but I don't think anybody picked the Braves anyway, so they didn't miss anything. And someone did pick the Brewers. I've got some miscellaneous. Gary Sheffield's, I just may send Sally and the boys because it's kind of crazy to open 2 boxes and to get that as the best cards. I don't think I've ever seen that.
for five.
All right. Well, that was the very disappointing member break. Yes, Alan, you got him. No, I mean, that's what I'm saying, Jeff. It doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right at all. But you never know when you open something. But I think that's why I've always said the junk wax era. If there was like someone without scruples that had the boxes, I feel like I would never do it. You would never do it. But there are people out there who would cheat people out of their cards by opening them and then resealing them however they do it, with glue or whatever. Yeah, it's just, these are absolutely shitty boxes. I'm gonna probably look at the upcoming breaks and phase out the older stuff, unless it's got cellophane on it. If it's got cellophane on it, we're good. But I think anything that didn't have cellophane, I don't know if I trust anymore. I have an 87 box that was going to open, but now I'm worried about that one too. I feel like people probably would have been more tempted back in the day for that one. I mean, this is 1989 tops. What was somebody doing? I mean, since one of them was from a flea market, I get that. But the flea market one was the better of the two. It had far more of the future stars. It had twice as many first round draft picks. But it didn't have like the big names. If you go to TCDB and you look at pricing, it's going to be like the top cards. None of them was in the top maybe 5. Did we even get? I mean, Ty Griffin back in the day was a hot prospect, so maybe they thought leaving him in there made a difference. Everybody just send out super bad vibes to whoever tampered. Hey, Lance. I'm about ready to end. I'll probably try to hang over there. I'm just going to make some dinner, and then you're still live, right? No, you don't have to type, man. I see you. You're live. 91 Topps baseball glow packs. I don't know if I have any 91 Topps lying around at all. So yeah, he's opening One Piece right now, Lance is. So if you want to go check that out. Oh, no, you don't have to, Lance, don't worry about it. I'm about ready to end anyway. Plus, I'm just a little salty because those boxes were shit, and I'm not happy at all. I mean, when I bought the storage unit, I got all of the stuff that was in the guy's house, all the wax, all of the card boxes, obviously. There's some box that I can't find right now. What I know for a fact, there's 2 signed Mickey Mantle autobiographies. And there was some good stuff in there, but I feel like his buying habits were just weird. He would, so red light, when you say glow packs, are you saying they glow with a black light? Which is just different paper. when it was printed on different paper, because I don't know if it was 91 or 92, but they did two different printers, and those printers just had different paper stock. Some of the paper stock glows, some doesn't. Yeah. Is that something that you're looking for? I'm sure I have like a billion commons, but I just don't have a black light handy. Are you rocking a black light? Yeah, I don't see it being worth more than the others. I think it's just like a thing right now that people are into, but it's like any variation. That's out there in my mind. I know that I saw a couple times Justin posting that he was looking for the glows. But yeah, it would just be a paper variation. I don't know if they've listed them. Jeff, do you know on TCDB? Some are radioactive. Do you have a Geiger counter handy? Oh, dude. That is excellent. Anytime I think of some kind of handheld device like that, it just reminds me of the bad actors back in the day going through the Pro Set stuff to get the Lombardi or Santa Claus cards out of there, trying to detect things. I mean, sad. I'm just shocked though. 1989 Topps, even when it came out, that box must have been one that just kind of sat there forever. And they went by whatever initial values were in Beckett. They are not listed. Yeah, I think it's kind of it's definitely become more popular now. People looking for it. But I think it's like any variation. It's not going to be like the Frank Thomas one or something. Because you got to figure whatever the paper mix is, they just had a different paper stock. I was looking at some of the stuff on the Fleer 1989. That's the kind of stuff that I don't trust as much buying boxes on. I'd rather get a sealed case, because then at least you can see the date on the case, and you can get an idea if you're going to get the marble one, if you're going to get the partially blacked out, the green, the red, all the different ones. And I would want to know that. I know it's like $150 a box for a guaranteed one from a case, or $150 per, so 20 boxes in the case. Pretty expensive amount to pay, but worth it, because you'd be getting some rare stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Did I lose you on what? I apologize if I didn't explain the rose thing better. You have a good night too, Red Light. More people are looking for the dark logo on the rear. So that would be an ink thing, right? What's up, Boomslang? Hope you're well. Yeah, who knows? I mean, there's one more thing to be like looking for when you're going through boxes. Variations in print. And now, I mean, that's akin to those other variations, I guess. So I could see it being really popular. But a lot of the breaks coming up, just so you know, channel members, I've got like the Heritage high number. I've got a bunch of these, but the rookie crop in here is pretty darn good in the Heritage Minor League. So At least these have some guaranteed fun hits. I just like doing the retro ones because I always think people used to really enjoy it when I did them. Except for this being a really bad example. I'm sure you guys don't blame me, but it's just crappy. Here, I'll have Jeff join and make me feel better. You can become my psychiatrist. You don't have to, Jeff. I just got to figure this out, though. Well, there he is. Hello, friend.
What up, dog?
Yeah,
I'm not going to get you to lay down on the couch and don't tell me about your mother because that just scares me, dude.
Well, how about I lay down on this one? My
There
couch.
There you go.
Yeah,
I
didn't mean to confuse red light with what I was saying.
Oh, no. I think he was asking were they in there? And I had to look. I knew Rose had the manager card, but there is no bench in the set whatsoever.
I'm going to do an actual count and then I'll make a list, but I'm pretty sure there was 5 to 6 manager cards, one turning back the clock that I pulled.
In the last pack, you got another turning back the clock.
Okay, so there were 2 then.
Yeah.
And then Future Stars. So there were 2 others I didn't have in here. So there were 7 Future Stars, and then I think there was probably another 4 of these. So 6.
Yeah, because your Future Stars, you're missing the Sandy Alomar Jr.
Yep.
And in the number 1 picks, you're missing the Jim Abbott.
Sandy Alomar, if you remember correctly, in 1989 he was a hot rookie.
He was a very hot rookie.
Yeah, so like that's
in my opinion, I liked him better than I liked Robbie, and Robbie played for my team.
Well, that's sacrilege.
It is. It really is. But yeah,
we got a bunch of different Blue Jays in there, but I don't know if you've got.
I seen one Bobby Cox, which is I think the only one that has a variation for the Jays. Which is just some stupid little corner is purple instead of blue or blue or something. I don't freaking know.
So the Bobby Cox one has a blue corner.
Yeah, it's got something. There's something about. I gotta look here.
It's probably like one of those things where like this coloring in here.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Because there's one where it's like white for the Dodgers, like the background stuff or the main.
Yeah.
Something's different on it.
Yeah. Where is it? The stupid copyright. Oh no, that's 91. I'm on the wrong year here because I was looking for the 891.
So I'll let you know if they really did them wrong with this too. I feel like they did something to it, like maybe it was a bad day.
Yeah.
But yeah, not one single in Jeffries was, or not Jeffries. Sheffield was really hot. All the hot stuff was taken out of there. I don't think Randy Johnson wasn't. He was a slow burn, or at least didn't do it right away, where people would have pulled those out of there.
Yeah. What it is on where it says Blue Jays, the hoop of the J, it's either white or blue. That's the only difference. It's the only variation in the Jays.
Okay.
Well,
from what I saw on this, it
one
seemed
Jimmy
like a lot of. Go ahead.
No, I did see one Jimmy Williams for the Jays for manager card. But yeah, that was usually you get a bunch of Dante Bichettes. He was very, very prevalent in that.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeffries has the stupid purple and pink or purple or blue corner or pink or I don't know. It depends what kind of light you're under too.
Yeah, they have the hat variations too.
Yes,
with
how close it was to the hat. Yep.
Yep.
That was the other one with that.
There's another one where a Topps logo is higher than the other.
Oh, somebody is looking at these cards way too close. That's all I got to say.
Or they PC. I'm thinking what happens is they PC somebody, and then They get
put a
like
card
a
side
bunch
by
of them in
side.
9 pocket pages, and they're like, "Hey, this is different."
Yeah.
Playing that game, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Jefferson has the no. We're just talking about the future star thing.
Yeah.
Playing, but yeah, that makes sense. That corner issue happened on a few of them.
Yeah, the Jeffries, you gotta. And the stupid thing is, unless there's 2 side by side, I can't tell the difference.
It's almost impossible. I have about 18 of the Jeffries, and Sheffield that I was putting together in the album I had, and I saw maybe 3 or 4 that were different. But
yeah,
it's so slight.
Exactly.
Yep, all of them have that.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like most of these seem like pretty. Like that one's super tight to the hat. That one is too. So this may be one of those ones where it's closer, but the heart key's pretty far away.
And a lot of the box depends on which box you got and all that kind of crap. So
I think this is the first box that I've opened that I've really felt like I got ripped off, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? It's this. Well, everybody has to remember this is 1989.
Yeah.
If you were to open that box in '89 with all those future stars and stuff, you'd be pumped.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's true.
Like it was a damn good box back in '89. Now, unfortunately, we know what the players did and didn't do. So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing, but you still got 2 Randy Johnsons. He's not a guaranteed hit in any of them. Yeah, like it wasn't a bad box, but yes, it's a little. You've seen boxes with a lot more. So, yeah.
I mean, the fact that there were 5 A's in one pack just seems funny. That was the first box. Yeah.
I remember opening one back in the day, and I think all but 1 card were Yankees.
I've done that too. Well, I guess maybe it does happen.
Yep, because it's all however they mix them up at factory is the way they come out. You never know what you're going to get.
I remember watching a video back in the day where they talked about how they manufacture and package them, and they would get down to a certain amount of cards at the end, and the guy could manually load them, kind of like they do with hits.
Yeah.
And that's what they would do. And so maybe it's like he had a bunch of extra A's and just threw them in there. But either way,
very well be.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure something out.
The one thing I will say though, those are probably some of the most centered I've seen out of a lot of 89s that you got.
There's a lot of them that would be gradable for sure.
Yeah, right. A lot of them are nobodies, but still, they're nice and centered.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if people are still doing that with grading costs the way they are.
See, I don't. If somebody gives me a grading card, like I've got grading cards from you and Johnny and stuff, they're in my collection and I cherish them. But I'm not about to send a card out to be graded.
Yeah, I want the prices to go down, but it doesn't seem like that's ever going to happen anymore.
And now that PSA is buying up all these other companies, it's just going to keep going up. Unfortunately.
And then they bought out so far.
When Fanatics gets into it, then we're really in trouble.
Fanatics is already in it. They had their own grading thing and they bought Beckett, right?
Yeah.
So they have Beckett grading, Beckett authentication.
Mm-hmm.
They've Beckett price guide. They own it all, man. What's that Tom said? There's a way. Intel Fanatics have been open.
Well, the problem with that, though, Tom, is I've also seen some where the guy had them. It was, I think, in a California storage, and it got hot.
Yep, so and they'll pop open.
Exactly. It was a sealed box and everything else, but they got hot and all the wax melted, made a mess of the card.
And then they move the cards around or whatever, and they can bunch the pack thing. Yeah. To me, it would be so ridiculous if someone in 1989 was like, I'm going to get these 45-cent cards, these quarter cards, and I want to pull them aside. But that was kind of the market.
Well, like I said, if I have sealed product around it, I get itchy. I need to open that shit. I can't do that.
I still find in the boxes in the storage unit, I'll still find different soft sleeves that'll have like 15 cents, 10 cents, nickel.
Yep.
I'm like, is it worth really putting a label on these? But hey.
Well, can you even get anything for that price now?
No, definitely not. I think that commons and stuff like that are just ridiculous. People don't make sets as much, but there are still a few people here in Denver too that this guy named Al who makes a set of every product, but he buys the packs, and if he starts to get extra, he just makes extra sets.
Yeah, but I have noticed a lot more people, especially on TCDB, are now. I've decided to just collect players now. I'm getting rid of stuff.
Yeah.
I've got a trade right now with a guy. He wanted to do a trade, and then he goes, "I'm gonna send you some extras." And I said, "Okay," which it's funny. People always say, "I want to send you a little extra." Well, this guy I'm meeting, so he goes, it's actually I know him from racing. That's the funny thing. But he's like, I decided I don't want to go through for all the variations, so I've got a 5-row box of Dun Ross I'm giving you, and he's given me 4 other boxes of cards that he's cutting his collection down.
That's cool. Well, hey, and you're just like, just send them my way. Yeah.
What the hell?
I hear you.
It's funny because there's a lot of guys on TCDB that are like, "Oh, I don't want to list junk wax." I've got all my junk wax listed, and I do a lot of trades for it.
That's cool.
I don't care what I get back, but if I can help somebody else make a set or get a card they need, I don't have more power. Hey, that's awesome.
I wonder if any of those companies like Burbank or like the ones that own like a ton of, I know they do it on Beckett where they sell them, but I wonder if they trade as well to get stuff for themselves.
That's a good question.
Because I wonder how they do it. They have like their own, when the cards go in, they creates like a spreadsheet or database sheet, and it's like every box, like clockwork. They could just throw it in there, list all the stuff, and makes me jealous because I got so many cards. If I did that myself, I imagine I would probably do well.
You probably would.
Do you do
like a lot of the other reason he's giving me all these extra cards is we're hopefully, as long as we get the okay from the hospital. When JR was younger, he was born where 2 toes fused together. So we got it operated and got him separated. Well, then they grew together again, so we had to get another operation. So the hospital that did that for us is a teaching hospital. So before COVID, we used to go down and I'd make little team packs.
Yeah.
I'd go down and give them out to kids down there.
I used to donate to Children's Hospital for about 15 years. Boxes of stuff that I didn't use or whatever, and it was mostly baseball, but they were always happy to get it. And then when COVID happened, they stopped wanting them.
A lot of places have stopped. COVID is starting to get wild up here again in certain places.
Yeah,
so they stopped
too.
Again.
I went by the little clinic in my grocery store, and there was a line of 30 people.
Wow.
And that's just the little clinic. So imagine what what are they called? The not intensive cares, but those ones you can just go to urgent care.
Urgent care. Yeah.
What's that meme slang? You said I worked with a guy paid by a card shop owner to open packs and look for some cards, and then they would. Oh, that's horrible, Boomer.
I couldn't. I couldn't do it. 2, that's just the way.
If he was a kid, though, I'm sure he probably was just like, "Am I doing?" Like the morality behind it probably was just like, "All right." But that's dirty.
But he was a kid back then, so he didn't. He probably even got a bunch of cards given to him from the packs.
Really?
I can't do it. I don't know, dude. I couldn't do that to somebody.
No, I couldn't either. I mean, and I tend to be one of those people that, like, if I get a box, I just sit on it for a long time. So
that's not me. If it goes more than 2 or 3 days, I'm amazed.
I should take a picture and send it to you of the wall of wax I have. It's not as big as it used to be. Yeah, it's just a bunch of random stuff that was left over. But when I bought this guy's collection, he had over 1,800 unopened boxes.
Wow.
But
there's a new
before the
new video series
show, and I was selling them for, like, I had a table and it was like, these are $5 boxes. These are 10. These are 20. And people were just buying them like crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. But you could do a new series, the Wall of Wax Wednesdays.
That's a good idea. I'm
Show
writing
a
it
couple
down.
different boxes you got. If you can ever get your internet over at your storage unit, that is.
Yeah. There's so many sealed cellophane sets though. Like it's ridiculous.
I can imagine. All the little teen box sets and different box sets through the years back then.
Traded.
Yep.
I have those long shelves like they'd have in a restaurant, and I have 2 of those full of just sets.
Yeah.
It's intense. But I'm talking to my buddy who owns that shop, and I'm like, if I can get him to, he's a low baller, so if I can get him to like give me a fair price, I'll do something. But he tends to be one of those people like, what do you got there? You got $10,000 worth of cards? I'll give you $200.
Yeah.
And you need to bring them all to me, and you
Exactly.
need to put them on
Delivered.
shelves
Yeah.
and
delivered.
price them.
And if you have somebody that'll buy them for double the price, let me know because I'll sell it to them right away.
Yeah, you can sell to them before, like right in between that.
Exactly.
Oh Lord.
No, the last time I went to a card show, I don't even remember. I think the last time I went, there wasn't even anything lower than $1 box.
There isn't anymore. Yeah, I don't really.
Or maybe like 2 for $1 or something like that. But
my quarter boxes, I used to sell like tons of stuff in there.
Yep.
People would buy whatever was in there. But then again, I tended to, if I bought a collection, I would kind of flip through the cards real quick and just throw them in there.
Yeah.
Because I can remember people telling me like there was a bunch of numbered cards that were like numbered to, like 100 or 25 or 50. And I'm like, oh, I didn't see them.
Yeah.
So
the chances are the ones that are numbered like that are probably guys that played one game and were never heard from again.
Right. I mean, there was some good stuff in there.
Oh, no doubt.
But yeah, because I remember Steph Curry, his rookie year, there was a bunch of things that did not have like a rookie symbol on it. And I ended up buying this collection from this guy. So I made money off of it. But had I gone through it, I would have known that there was a bunch of Steph Curry rookies in it.
Right.
So they were getting, I think those were in like $1 box or something, but still getting a Steph Curry rookie for $1.
But you think about it, back when he first started, you never heard of him. Nobody heard of the guy.
Yeah. I had a guy who I'd always trade with at the shows. He would want certain Hall of Famer autographs of just random people, but he would bring second year and first year relics of Steph Curry. Somehow he amassed like 200 or more. They only booked at like 15 to 25 during that time frame, but I ended up getting like 20 or so off them, and I've sold those for $200-300.
Yeah, and imagine what they're worth now.
Oh, I still have a bunch of them. Like his rookie year ones are ridiculous.
Yeah, that is cool. Boom slang. Yeah, I still have a lot of my stuff. As soon as I get 75% of a set, it goes into a binder. When I have pages, I got a couple that are ready to go into binders, but I ran out of pages again. Pages retarded priced.
Yeah, I have. So recently, this summer, I went through and all of the ones that were in binders, I put into boxes just because I wanted to go through stuff, unless it was a set.
Right.
And there was some crazy stuff in there, but they had that. The sheets went yellow, but they also were oily.
Yeah.
It was so gross.
Yep.
Like afterwards, I had just all that dust and stuff on me, plus the oil.
Yeah.
Super fun.
And they're like so freaking rigid. It's almost like a card saver. They end up being like a card saver.
I had a buddy who did that. I remember he didn't like binders and the pages, so he would actually cut his and make soft sleeves.
Oh yeah, I know a few people that do it. Well, like a lot of my shipping and stuff. If it's 12 cards, you get one row.
Oh, that's a good idea.
24 cards, you get a 2 row. If it's a 3 row, but all these are like dollar store.
That'll save on supplies, because penny sleeves are not penny sleeves anymore.
Oh no. And then like a lot of those, I've traded with somebody else on TCDB, and he sent them back, or I've sent them back to. I end up with the same rows a lot of times because I trade with a lot of the same people all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's a great buy for playing. You found a bunch of SP.
Yep.
Because most of the time those have white or fuzzy corners, or it's really easy for those SP ones to chip.
Yep.
You should grade them, man. I don't know if you do grade, but like you get some his 93 SP rookie in like a 9 or above, you're gonna make a killing.
It's worth. But the problem is though, you got to get it graded with PSA, so now you're paying more because the card's worth more.
The value of the card beforehand as a percentage, which I still think is just so cheap.
Yeah.
The card is a card to grade, so why charge more? Does that mean you're looking at them harder because they're more expensive? And if you are, your grading process isn't fair.
Exactly. How come this $2 card gets no more attention than this $500 card, but you want me to pay more for the $500 card to get you to do the same thing?
I mean, they should weigh the same. There should be the same standard. That's what makes me think it's such a racket.
That's more crooked than it is repacking some of these packs.
Yep.
Y'all, Hobby, who was it that asked me for a couch?
A few people.
How much are they?
One, I think Clinton, if I remember right, Michael, it was Clinton who said, "Can you make me a couch with Vladdy on it?" And then we were joking and saying, "Are you saying a couch that has Vladdy Jr. sitting on it?" But no, he said that he wanted the logo on it.
That would be freaking cool, actually.
But yeah, logos are tough on things like that, I think, because my logo, it 3D printing on it, because you have to consider it's either raised or lowered.
Right.
And it's just, it can look really crazy, but I'm sure Red Light can do it. It's just
Red Light. I
don't know if he said Blue Jays in particular. I think he said Vladdy.
Probably Jeff probably said Blue Jays.
No, not you.
But there should be one that says 2026 World Series champion Blue Jays. I think that would be a really nice one. I'm calling it now.
Hijacking his question. Jesus.
Well, I want to know a price because I would like to get one with the Blue Jays.
Yeah, get in contact with them for sure. Just it gets so confusing when you're doing it during the stream, Red Light. I just say get an email going or text or whatever you guys want to do, and then you guys can figure it out better. Because when Clinton asked, he said, "Can I get one with Vladdy on it?" And then he said, "Can I get one with all of the," what did he call it? He didn't say logo. He said, "Can I get one with the image of something on it?"
Who was the other Astros collector? Because somebody in the chat that day wanted one with Astros, and it wasn't Sean. But I remember somebody asking about an Astros one. So this would have been last Sunday because I couldn't get on this Sunday.
Was it Sean? It could have been Sean.
No, I don't think it was Sean. I think it was somebody else that was asking for an Astros.
I gave Johnny a timeout for being a smartass.
Oh, good for him. Only one?
Sean did say he wanted one? Okay.
There you go.
Well, I mean, it's the couch. I don't think you want a whole a bunch of couches, right?
Well, that's just it. They get heavy, especially if you go up stairs.
Exactly. Pivot.
Yeah. Okay, stand it up. Now turn it. Okay, now lay it back down. I remember that. Johnny says he loves you.
Love you too. Enjoy another timeout.
Sit in the corner, damn it. All right, I'm going to reach out to you because I can get you to send one. We're like I said, we're going to go down to Mike's in March. Don't know exact days yet because we're waiting to figure out when the boys have their March breaks, which JR's is actually the end of February. It's not even in March. But we're gonna try to probably go down on a Saturday and come back either Monday night or Tuesday is what I'm pegging for.
Yeah, I'm not sure how quickly, custom ones he does, because he is super busy with his, so
Oh, I can imagine.
a forklift, but then he has his scrapping that he does, and then the 3D printing comes. I just didn't give him, like, when we were talking about making them, I didn't say I needed them super quick, so I'm hoping he could do it, but
No, and I'm not. Even if I'm going to get him to do me one sooner. I just need a price. But it's one of those, if you get it done in time, great. If you don't, I'll be going back down in the fall. Not a big deal.
I'm sure he'd have, yeah.
Damn short.
Oh yeah, Jabs is doing that. No, Jabs Passes Live has a Facebook group. Mm-hmm. That's where, like, a lot of people are selling and or buying those air boxes.
Just Blue Jays is all I'd want. Red light. Actually, well, I got to go with the blue that's on Christians, because that's the Blue Jay blue.
Yeah, no, Passes Live. Yeah, John Jabs.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the other person.
Pank! Yeah, Pank! We need Pank!
Pank. I think the other person.
Yep.
I don't know about the other Astros person, because I can't think of a person that was into Astros.
See,
now you got me, like, thinking that.
I was positive there was somebody else that asked about Astros, but it wasn't Sean, because Sean wasn't there. He was driving that day. And I can't remember who the hell it was. No, it had to be red for the red Blue Jay outfit.
They have a breast cancer awareness day for Blue Jays.
Yeah, but they don't wear pink. There ain't no pink jerseys. They have pink hats, but not pink jerseys. They have really, really dark ones that look like red. Does that count? That's the Canada Day jerseys, though.
Yeah. I do like those when they go off-color hats like that.
Yeah.
Like the White Sox ones, I could do that red.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. I like when they switch it up.
Yeah, or the camo, when they do the camo stuff. I like that.
Just unfortunately, they're selling more stuff to us, right?
Well, that's just it. Because hey, let's try making it in pink and green. Maybe somebody will buy it. Oh, look, one person buy it. Let's try it again.
So they were saying how much they're catering to Japanese people at the Dodgers Stadium. They have, like, food choices. They have all of these things in kanji script. It's like really weighted more, like 60% catering to them, because there are so many people that come into the country that's their trip.
Well, but you think about it, it makes sense, though, being the Dodgers with Yamamoto and Ohtani, and it makes
several.
They're smart doing something like that.
It definitely is, and I think MLB on its own is really trying to expand to be like more of a national or World Cup, that kind of thing, where it's like across the world baseball and people would be into it. But
I don't know if I'd want to try sushi from a ballpark, though.
It's like gas station sushi. Don't eat it.
Yeah, gas station sushi.
Why is this warm? They got it on those rollers.
Oh, yeah.
The hot dog roller. Tasty.
The ones with the beige hot dogs that have been there for like 2 weeks.
All shriveled up.
Yeah.
No. I'm just messing with you, though, Johnny. Love you, man. I'm sure you don't give a shit, but I thought it was funny. And do you want the Jays? So he was
or the top.
Where he normally puts it is kind of like across here.
Yeah. You know what?
On the cushion, he's saying, at an angle like up.
You know what, Red Light? You do it.
Dealer's choice.
That's like, you know what? I prefer just I'll tell you what I want, and you do whatever you want with it. You go with it.
Nice.
I'm cool that way. You just give me a price, and I will get you the money. And yeah.
I can send you a pic.
Nope, I don't want to pick.
Okay.
Nope, I don't want to pick. I want to, when it gets here, I'm going to open it up live, and
that's what I did with mine. It was exciting.
Yeah, it is. That's like a lot of the packages I get from people. It's like you, I bought stuff from you and everything else, but you know what? By the time I get it and open it, I don't remember what the hell's in it. It's a surprise again.
Right. Yeah, it's the fun. It's like Christmas Day.
Yeah, exactly. Same as John.
Well,
like Johnny, he goes through my TCDB and sends me a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, he was saying something like you guys know each other's collections better than one another or whatever. Like you know,
I know his better than I know mine. He knows mine better than he knows his.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool though.
Yeah. Because every time, every break he's in with me, he says go through the cards, and he only wants the ones that he doesn't have. Because why need 10 cards of one guy? So
that's nice of you,
Red, and send them all the
you don't
stuff
have to do it for me.
What's
that? Really sweet of you. But he's saying he'll do it for free, but I would just charge shipping if you're going to do it for free. That makes more sense than anything.
I would at least pay for shipping, Red Light, if you don't mind.
Because if you say free, and only for my people, they're just going to be like, you're going to get 100 orders.
Well, and it's going to be the people that aren't on all the time. Well, I've seen you on Hobby Hound, so I'm a Hobby Hound guy. There's certain people that only seem to come around when the word free gets put out.
Mm-hmm. There was a kid earlier that popped in and was like, what do you got for free? And I feel like it's the mentality of Whatnot now, because quite literally, if you go on there, all they say is, when's the next giveaway? What are you giving away?
It used to be that bad on here as well. And it's one of that's a good one. Perfect, Johnny. Exactly. Do it for channel members.
Yeah, that works.
Yep.
And then I'll give him like red stuff for free, so you can get.
There's a guy that I follow, Tim Magdaleno. He lives up in BC, but he also lives half a year in LA. And he used to do a once a month member or a sub giveaway. And everybody got a free card. All you had to do was comment. Well, nobody'd watch any of his other videos or comment in any other videos.
Boom slang.
Exactly. Well, it's hilarious. And like even Mike, when he was doing the every month,
I appreciate that, Red Light. Yeah. Well, I know what you're. Yeah, definitely what you're saying. But Gibbies is like that's all people care about anymore.
It is, and it's like there's certain people that you will not hear from until there's a giveaway.
Oh, definitely.
And
there's
like
a group of people I could name. Yeah,
I could probably name 10 off the top of my head right now.
Mm-hmm. We don't have to say them, but I know them. Like you could probably. Yep, you're thinking it, and I'm thinking it.
Oh yeah, like there's Johnny's the same. He used to do giveaways and stuff, and we would sit there and be like, oh yeah, there's that person. All of a sudden, you know it's free stuff because that person's now here.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Like, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And you got a card or anything like that, or if you could print your business card on one of the back of one of the blue card stands, because they'll be in all the videos.
Yeah, it's good to make rules in them, but then I feel like people that are the free givey peoples, they only show up anyway when they think there's a giveaway, and then they didn't retroactively. They can't.
Well,
so then they feel like left out.
Like Johnny,
I guess
with his last giveaway he did, it had to be the ones that were sub before, but he was going through the names, and he's like, I haven't heard this guy in a year because my last giveaway was a year ago. Well, now he's back all of a sudden.
My 1,000 subscriber giveaway, one of the people who won was in Indonesia, and it cost $100 to send the blaster box to him. Yeah,
Johnny made everybody work on his last one.
It was just I was I was so upset. I'm like, you know what? You did win, and I'm not going to cheat you out of this. I gave him the option. I'm like, I'll send you $20 PayPal, and you can pick up your own box. Oh, we don't have boxes here. so, you know, it's worth more to me to get the box. And I'm like, okay. So I'm sending a $20 box for $100 shipping.
Right, exactly.
And somebody I've never seen since. I haven't seen him.
Yep. And yeah, it's, I don't know, man. It's.
Yeah. See, Tom and I will be in we'll be in Eric Jab's family.
Mm-hmm.
And constantly people are like, when's the next giveaway?
Yep.
When are you going to do that giveaway? And it's like, when you get to that point, you're being rude, and you shouldn't be like that.
Yeah.
If you're only there for the giveaways, that's sad. It's not, I mean, that's where you were saying too, like we were talking about it diverting, and Johnny was saying this too. It's diverting from those who collect or those who want to keep it a fun hobby. Yeah. They want to make it all business. They want to get the freebies. They want to get something for free so they can make money on it.
Exactly.
And that's sad.
Like I understand a few of them maybe don't understand mentally how frustrating it is for us, I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm. They're kids. Yeah, I would bet that they're kids. Do they have an age restriction on whatnot?
That I have no idea. They have a country restriction because even the Canadian guys that sell can't ship to Canada.
That's so weird because I have seen, maybe they changed it, because I have seen a ton of people from Canada doing it, and Canadian streamers will ship to their own Canadian people.
Yeah.
They must have changed it.
I don't, they had to have, because I know, because I used to get on a few and it was like.
Probably early off, it was the Wild West.
Yep.
That's why I put your connections
exactly.
on there. Yeah.
There's a lot of people now. Actually, I'm going to have to say it's backwards now. It used to be not too many Americans would send to Canada. Well, now, because of all the tariffs and crap that your bobblehead at the top did, it's actually worse for us sending down there now than it is for you guys to send it up to us. Because we've got to jump through all these frickin' hoops now.
Well, I think it's horrible either way. But yes, it's probably worse for you. But I feel like shipping there anymore is not a thing. I turned off that thing on my eBay where I don't do any international unless they want to do the whatever it's called, the eBay guaranteed international shipping thing.
Right.
But that can take up to 2 months or something like that.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I say for anybody shipping to Canada, please do not send UPS. That is the biggest frickin' scam. The amount of stuff they charge to take it across an invisible line is wild.
So Brown can't do anything for you?
No, Brown needs to be flushed. The very first package Mike sent to me, he talked to the people at UPS and he paid extra. I think if he had to send it by USPS, it was going to be $20. He spent over $40 at UPS, and they still charged me another $60 when I got it.
So early off in trading, Beckett had, when it was set up to, when it wasn't so commercial, you could do like a ton of trading with people. And I traded with, like, because I had hockey stuff and wanted hockey, I would trade with people in Canada. I was like ripped off several times, unfortunately, for like thousands of dollars. But I did some of my best deals with people in Canada to get my best cards too. Well, especially because up here we got more of the Leaf and the O-Pee-Chee and stuff, especially the older. It's easier for us to get it than it is for you guys to get it. Yeah, a lot of the Hall of Famer rookies that I got from O-Pee-Chee and that era were from Canadians, and it was. I don't want to say there's bad eggs on both sides. Oh, there is. There's a bunch of U.S. people who are shysters too, or cheats. Yeah. But the people that would do in Canada would just say, "I didn't get it." Yeah. And they would have their stipulation of I ship first or you ship first. Right. And then they're like, well, can you track it? Well, yeah, I can track it to the border, but after that, I can't. Exactly. And it was like that loophole that they were like, I can do whatever I want. Yeah. There's I do have an advantage with that with Dar working at the post office. So that's true. Track some of my stuff that I don't have to pay for tracking on. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there that. I had one guy last week go, oh, well, I didn't receive your envelope. And I went, oh, so I give the information to Dar, and she goes, it was delivered Thursday.
So I
I want
called
to say
the guy.
97 through 2000 is the time that I'm talking about. And now the tracking's better. And I bet you
Oh,
can
yeah.
get it. But 97 to 2000, even the, the internet itself was very early and there wasn't like a lot going on. I just remember getting totally ripped off. The first time I had used, I'm sure you did this too, was Beckett on a CD-ROM where it was basically a database file. And then they started saying, oh, we're going to phase this out and you can put everything online for free for now. And then after 2-3 years, they started charging by your inventory. And this is obviously before trading card database. It pissed me off though, because I had so many cards that I had listed. It was a great way to trade.
I love it.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm doing some big trades. I did a 7,001 last year. We did a 7,000 card trade, which that was the biggest trade for TCDB last year. But we actually met each other, so it was really easy. He was in New Jersey. So when I went down, it was awesome. So I'm meeting one guy, and then there's 2 other guys that I'm going to ship out when I get to mine. But I usually do that.
Boomslang, are you on eBay? Is that what you're saying? For your store last?
Wow.
Or is that Beckett's store or like an eBay store? I got a negative because I canceled the guy's order within 4 days, but I wrote him all these nice letters saying, hey, I've been looking for it for 2 days. I can't find this card. I'm going to go to all of the local card shops I can that are in the state. If I can find a card, I'll get it and I'll replace it. I drove around, spent my whole Wednesday doing that. Couldn't find it. Wrote him back and said, sorry, I couldn't find it. He gives me a negative and says, this guy canceled my order and he didn't say why, even though I had sent him like 8 different messages. And eBay won't do anything about it. They're just like,
no, I love eBay, but unfortunately to buy something to get it shipped to Canada, 90% of the time they want like $20 in shipping for like a $2 card. And it's like, yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. Now that I get everything shipped to Mike's, I think
making money off of shipping is wrong.
Yeah.
So you should always buy from people who have calculated shipping. Never buy from people who have set shipping. Yep. Because I do mine calculated. I used to say, I can't remember what it was, like $3.95 or something like that. But then it got too expensive and I just said, let's do calculated. And that works out better, unless you have the ounces wrong on what you're sending, which can suck. But
see, the thing
they're really funny about that, and they can't, if they use calculated, charge you more.
Yep.
So they would just do whatever USPS charges them.
Yep, which makes sense. Like, to me, that's what it should be. You know what? Yeah. You're going to buy the card for $5. Let me see how much shipping is. I'll let you know the exact price, and just pay me that price.
Mm-hmm.
Because these guys that are $20 no matter what, well, I'm sorry. The only way that's any good is if I buy 50 cards. Well, you ain't got 50 cards I want.
Right.
Which is really hard to believe with my collection that there isn't 50 cards I want, but still.
No, but it's not that. I don't think you're like one of those people that want to take any card that's out there. You want stuff that is for your collection. You have specifics. And then I think Johnny was saying that you guys came up with a rule. If you get one card out of a certain set, you're going to collect that set.
Yep. JR says if we get one card from any set, we need to get the rest of that set.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
that can make it fun.
It's all my money that we're spending to do all this shit.
That's what I said to Johnny. I'm like, of course the kid would say it. That's like my son saying those kind of things to me. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. It's not going to cost much, right?
Yeah, all I do is I add the rest of the set to my want list on TCDB.
Well, for kids, money is like that nebulous thing.
JR's learning that real quick being in college now.
Oh, God, that's going to be worse.
Oh, yeah.
I thank my lucky stars that I went through business math my senior year. I learned how to balance a checkbook. I learned just like all these things how to do my taxes. If I hadn't had that, I think I would have been completely lost in the world.
Oh, no doubt. But what I was saying is that the thing I find on TCDB is when you're shipping or anything especially on TCDB, and it's got to be the same for eBay, communication. That's the number one thing. As long as you guys are talking to each other, there shouldn't be a problem. Because I've had guys that, you know what, we're going to trade this for this, and they're like, okay, and then he packs it up. You know what, dude? I don't know where this one card is.
I've been on there 27 years boom playing, and I've probably received 3. None of them being my fault. It's just I end up dealing with people who have like a feedback rating of 3 or 4, and they have no idea how things work, and they're idiots. And there is no way you can get your feedback changed unless that person says they'll do it.
Yeah.
Like eBay won't do it unless they were like they send you a message and try to like get something out of you, like, hey, I won't give you negative feedback if you give me half of my money back, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's against their policies. But this person, all they said was, pout, pout, pout. You didn't get me my card. Pout, pout, pout. I didn't read your messages.
Yeah.
And it just pissed me off.
Well, and the other thing, like with TCDB, they've changed it now, but the feedback you get on there, it used to be negative or positive. Well, I did this one trade with the one guy, and I said to him, I said, this one card that I said I'd select, I didn't realize it had a crease in it. I'm still going to send you the card, but I'm going to send you a few other
that kind of stuff can be missed. You weren't trying to rip them off, but everybody like wants to assume the
500 card trade. Like,
right.
Shit happens. And I said, I'm sending you 5 extra cards that are on your want list to make up for it. He gave me a negative feedback because the card wasn't as I originally said.
I got a negative feedback of my 3. One of them was, so people actually do buy these because they'll have like the sets themselves, but they want to have the box too for Lego sets. So I sold it. I had it written in the title. I had it written in the actual description. I had it written everywhere that it was a empty box.
Yeah.
For somebody who already had those. And the person bought it, got it, and said negative feedback. This person ripped me off. They purposely did not send the Legos. And I got that negative feedback, and they wouldn't remove it. eBay was like, I don't know. I said, look, it's in the description, it's in the title. And they said, well, it's not violating any policies. They're allowed to do that if they're upset. That's
the problem, is people are allowed to, you know what, I'm in a bad mood today. You pissed me off because it's Wednesday. So you're getting bad feedback.
Yeah, I would love, this guy sells on there. I feel like I want to wait until I put something up, have somebody else buy it, and then hit him with a negative. Just because he's pissing me off by doing it to me.
And that's the thing. Like, that there's another good thing though. Okay, it's one of those. Okay, you know what? You get a bad feedback from somebody now. So you're going to get feedback for somebody else. Well, the guy in front of you just pissed me off. I'm still pissed off. So you're not going to get as good of a feedback as you think you're going to get, even though our trade or whatever was awesome.
Hey, Hunter. Yeah, Tom, that's actually a good thing that they don't. You realize why they didn't do it. That's what I was trying to explain to you when you were setting up your account. They don't take PayPal because they were double dipping. They would get all the fees and everything from PayPal, and then we get all the fees from eBay. They were making close to like 40 or 30 or 40% off of everybody's sales. So that's why they switched it up.
See, now me, I won't buy on eBay now because I will not put my credit card on eBay.
Right, and Tom doesn't want to put a bank account on there, and I understand that too.
I have bought stuff through PayPal and got it shipped to Johnny or shipped to Mike or whatever. But I do it through PayPal because to me it's just an extra layer of security.
For PayPal?
Yep.
Yeah, because I have I've had my fair share of issues with credit cards, either sites getting hacked or I had my identity stolen, and it's just really screwed me up as far as my credit's still like 700, but that's not as good as it was. It was like almost perfect.
Right.
And now I have a credit lock on there. I purposely put on there so someone cannot, because they have my social security number. Yeah. It's like once you get that identity theft, they'll use it for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Because it's on the dark web somewhere. People are paying for it, and it's messed up.
No,
you don't feel secure.
There's so many freaking crooked people out there. I'm going to put it that way. Assholes. That's a better way to say it. I'm sorry, but it's like everybody laughs at me because they're all your spam calls. I freaking talk to the people. I don't care.
Yeah.
But man, oh man, are they ever going to hear it from me?
Johnny, I want to say it's a recent thing. Basically, you can pay. I think you can pay some fees and whatnot via a PayPal debit card or something along those lines. But it's not like it used to be where you would get your payment. Now it goes in your bank account. You're funded out through your bank account. Previously, I think what Tom was like looking for is the money used to go into your PayPal account after you sold something. And so that part has changed. And
so can you still buy with PayPal? You know what?
As far as a funding source, I don't know. I just know that for selling, you can probably pay. Yeah, you can probably pay by PayPal. Yeah, you can pay by PayPal. It's just the reverse of it. So Tom was trying to sell something, and they were like, "Give me a bank account," and Tom didn't want to give the bank account.
Yeah, I'm not about to give you. No, you can do PayPal credit.
It allows you at the end in your shopping cart to do that, but it's like one of the 5th or 6th options. They don't make it easy.
Oh no, PayPal's right there. Okay, yeah, you can still buy with PayPal.
Yeah, it gives you like not Venmo.
Well, I read something. What did PayPal buy into Venmo or something?
Yeah, they bought them a while ago, so they own them, but they're keeping it separate.
Yeah, there was something on my PayPal that said something about Venmo, and I'm like, Venmo we don't have in Canada.
As long as they don't combine them, I think that's good, because I think there's certain people who absolutely hate PayPal. They don't want to use them. Yeah. They'll use Venmo. But you know what's weird about Venmo to me is how public it is. You get a payment for somebody and everybody knows that you have a payment or you paid somebody.
Gotcha.
It's just very bizarre to me.
See, I've never had a problem with PayPal. I like using PayPal just for the simple fact it's a hard copy.
Yeah.
I've got proof that I've sent to you and everything else. And
do any of you use Cash App or any of that?
We don't have that up here.
Okay.
Up here, you either do an e-transfer, which is from my bank account to your bank account, or PayPal, or credit card or something like that. But is it something because of
monetary regulations between different countries or what?
It must be. And maybe your banking down there is different than our banking up here. I don't know. I don't know why. But yeah,
ours is federal, so I guess I can see that. Yeah. I mean, it's federally insured, so they probably have.
But to me, a bank's
you can't pay with credit cards at the dispensaries. Like it's a cash only business because of the federal, being against federal law. It's just crazy. Right. So people have to pay with cash. I imagine those places get robbed all the time.
I would think so.
Yeah, because you got that much cash on hand.
Yeah,
they're probably all strapped.
Yeah, like for me, I don't carry cash anymore. I usually have a $20 bill in my wallet, and that's it. I use credit or debit. Well, debit really for everything. I pay him.
I got a great story for you. So Gen Z, or they have no idea how to give change back.
I know.
I use cash probably more than I should, and a few different times it was like deer in headlights when I handed a $20 bill on, and they gave me back. So I was supposed to get like 93 cents back, and I got 3 dimes, a nickel, and 5 pennies. I was like, "What in the hell is this?"
Where the hell did you learn how to count?
I feel like they just grabbed a handful of stuff and thought, he's not going to know. And I didn't know until I got home.
See, a lot of places, they're lucky because it tells you how much change you're supposed to give them back when you hand them money. I know exactly what you're talking about. I went to a donut store and give them a 20 for I think it was $6 in Jade. And they're like looking at me like I have 3 heads. Dude, just put $20 cash and it'll tell you exactly how much to give me back.
Well, in grade school, they're taught how to do change and things like that, but
well, I don't know if they are now. Who knows?
Yeah, this person was just like, and here's your change back, and I was like, okay. Got home and I was like, why do I have? I didn't have any change in my pocket. Why do I have so many pennies? Why do I have all these dimes?
Well, now that you guys got rid of your pennies too, you don't have to worry about it.
That's so true. I think some places still use them.
Well, and it's funny because
they're using them until
I don't know if
they're
you guys know Retro Robbie, but he does a penny hunt every Monday. Well, I guess something to the effect of he's got his bank, he can no longer go in and buy a box of pennies.
Mm-hmm.
There's only certain.
They don't do rolls of them anymore. They're re-rolls, but they don't have fresh ones.
No, even the re-rolls, he cannot pick up because that's what he do is go in and buy a box of re-rolls.
They probably make sure that they only go to businesses then. They must have changed the policy because that makes more sense, I guess. Like,
well,
if you have it for business only,
yeah,
is what they probably assume is if someone's doing that as a hobby, they're most likely cracking it open. Then they have to bring back the change, they have to re-roll it.
True enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a whole bunch of Wheaties that I saved. I don't know. I know they're not worth a ton. Wheat pennies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Weed. You got a whole bunch of weed. I'm like, dude, you're not supposed to be dealing on Facebook.
Well, I did have a bunch of Wheaties, the cereal, in my storage unit
there
until the rats.
Oh no!
Went to town, dude. They destroyed all the boxes. They shit everywhere. It was crazy.
And obviously, it was collector boxes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were all collector boxes. Some of them had cards on the back. Some of them had stuff inside. But I was like, you know what? These were completely tainted, so I just threw it all away. I took a snow shovel in there where this stuff was, and I was just shoveling it into a bag. It was gross.
Wow.
There's probably some rats in there. Who knows?
Oh, no doubt. You know what? There probably is. Unfortunately, because there's really no way to stop rats in a storage unit from getting in there. Not like a bunch of cats running around.
That'd be great. Yeah, this place doesn't even have like power in it. The storage unit I use. Johnny was like, "Yeah, I pay $30 for this certain unit," and I'm like, "I don't understand, but the prices are so much better in California."
They got you know what? We had one up here when we moved from the little house to this house. We stored our stuff for like 3 days or something like that. It had to be stored, and I think it was like 50 some odd bucks for we had to pay for the month, and it was $50 for a month. They wouldn't break it down to weeks for us.
Yeah, I get when they try to do that, but like ours, I think it's like mine's close to 500 for just that one long unit. But I have two
a month.
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, it's killing me too, because I'm paying so much in rent, and then I'm like, now I got to pay for the storage unit too. But I obviously don't want to get behind on those. I don't want to lose it.
Lance says he hit a banger during the end of the stream. $225 card.
Oh, congrats! I still have your stream up.
Sweet.
All congrats, right, man.
I'm going to go over and check it out right now.
I think it's ended though. It was spinning on my screen when I was looking at it.
You spin me right around, baby.
So 306 for boom slang. Yeah, mine's a 10 by 20, I think, or 30. It's a really long unit. Yeah, probably 10 by 30. So boom slang, you're paying more, I would think, than I am if you compare the two, add them up. What?
You bragging about the length again. I'm telling you.
I was actually bragging that the price was different. I didn't say yeah.
But damn, dude, freaking $600 or $700 each. You said each?
You know me. It was refreshing though that you're not blaming me for the worst things in the world.
There you go.
Hunter got scammed? That is not good. Yeah, it happens, man. If certain people, like you go to like say a Chipotle or any of those other places, they will write down the numbers or copy the card, and then they go and charge it at like some other place. They call it basically they'll have a card that the mag strip doesn't work.
Okay.
They'll ring it through the machine and be like, "Oh, it's not working. Can I just give you the numbers and you can enter it?" And they'll read it off their card, like they're reading off the card, but they actually are reading your number.
Right. They're not reading the actual number.
Yeah.
See,
They're
up here
giving
you
your
can't
number.
do that. They can't. There's no way to put it in manually. If your card don't work, well, then you got to hold your bank and get a new damn card. You ain't buying it today.
That's the way they should do it. But like Walmart and all those other places, they will just enter it manually.
Well, I know you can with a credit card, but they got to have their credit card in their hand and do those numbers.
Yeah, but I think it's
Here,
maybe
anyway.
from what I've seen on the videos on YouTube, is they'll go after younger associates or whatever they call them, their people. And if they're at a register, the kids are too afraid to ask for the card.
Hey,
So the
Adam,
person
what's going
needs
on,
it.
bud?
What's up, Adam?
Yeah, I could
You
see
always
that.
are.
Or you know what? And the big one up here right now is nationalities, different ethnic groups. Some of them might be a little bit easier to fool than other ones.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I feel like for ageism definitely happens, but I wouldn't doubt if culturally there's issues too.
But there's just too many damn crooked people in the frickin' world. That's
I know.
the problem.
It's really that I don't want to say it's this coming generation, but they all thought that maybe they would be able to like make it big streaming or sitting on the couch or not have to do anything, and so it's so much easier to scam people than it is to make money.
Well, it's just, hey, Mr. Beast can do it. I can be as good as Mr. Beast.
Right.
I've never watched a Mr. Beast nothing. AJ was talking to him. I'm like, I don't know who the hell the guy is.
Right. Well, yeah, I think that's their generation for sure.
He doesn't do anything that injures me anyway.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's the thing is that I think it's younger and younger people for them. That's how he makes his money too, because a lot of the stuff in his sponsorships that he used to do, like he was part of that whole Honey scam, kind of. So if you know, Honey was bought by PayPal, but Honey, if you have it installed on your in your browser, it'll like take over. If you go to a site and it'll supposedly put a code in if you're buying something, but what they're finding is even affiliate programs, if you followed some of this affiliate link and you had Honey installed, it would be like, forget about the affiliate, just go ahead and use ours, and they would steal the money so they get credit for the sale. So it was a huge thing. But Mr. Beast would be like, just install it on your computer, install it on your parents' computer, and so like he probably got a ton from that.
Yeah, no doubt.
Sad.
Well, I know he's got a game show or something now, and everybody's, he's using his money. He ain't using his own damn money. There ain't no way he's using his own damn money.
It's the same thing with those big card rippers, man, like Pac-Man or any of the bigger ones. They have a sponsorship, like those monthly boxes that a lot of bigger breakers open.
Yeah.
Or there'll be a bunch of different packs and stuff. They get those for free by promoting them.
Yep.
Which is crazy. I mean, that's hundreds of dollars in free packs every month to promote this.
Well, there's something that now they were saying on the podcast, I watched it earlier, something about their Fanatics is giving deals to certain big breakers, and the money that the big breakers are making off of this is, I can't remember who they said it was, but somebody made $270 million last year.
I can believe that.
I can't remember who they were talking. You have to watch the podcast because they were talking.
Any volume breaker could make that, that kind of money for sure. I want to say that's probably total money. You didn't make it. It wasn't like profit, right?
That was profit. And whoever it was, Backyard Breaks, there it is. Tom remembered. Backyard Breaks made $270 million profit last year.
And it was profit for sure. It wasn't net.
Because that's the one thing that Mike brought up. Because Mike said he was watching
How does anybody know that, though?
I don't know.
They wouldn't disclose that. That's what makes me just curious. Why would someone be like, we made $270 million in profit?
Well, they were open a case of something, and I can't remember the basketball player's name, but they were charging $5,000 for just that player.
Well, that was with Pac-Man recently. It's a $5,000.
Is that what that one was?
Yeah, that was Pac-Man.
Yeah, but this was also because they have a deal with Fanatics, and they get certain boxes and extra stuff put into their box.
But You realize how much money that is? 270 million in profit is crazy.
Yeah.
That's what just makes me confused by that too. And like, how did someone find out? Because you wouldn't disclose that. As a business, it would hurt you to disclose it.
Well, that's just it. It's one of those. I don't know. There was Red Light and Tom and Mojo know what I'm talking about because they're talking or giving him more information.
Yeah,
it's one of those things that nowadays you can find anything out. The internet, there ain't nothing that you can't find out now. And if somebody really wants to know, I'm sure there's a hell of a lot smarter people than we are that can find this shit out. Yeah, exactly.
This is from the group of people who didn't want to give a card away to the people that were because it was too expensive, or they're like, we can't give this card away, even though it was part of a giveaway.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me. Why are people still breaking with them? I get that they get influencer boxes. They do. They get better shit. And people, like any company that tells you otherwise is lying. They get loaded boxes. They definitely do. Especially because I'm thinking about, there's really great breakers out there. There's good people like Run Good Life.
And I have no idea. There's some honest people too, but unfortunately.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking, there's no way he makes 270 million.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, I know, but not everybody's going to make that. But he doesn't ever do those crazy breaks like that, like 5,000. He'll do some degen breaks.
Yeah.
Where like it's really expensive stuff, but he'll do it like once in a month, maybe.
Yeah, it's just like there's not a hope in hell that I could afford any of that stuff. Like one of the things they said today on the
that's very true, Boomsling. Sorry, he said people are as dumb as
You're damn right they are. Topps Gilded is coming out. It's a 200 card base set. You get 2 cards in each pack, 2 packs in each box.
Mm-hmm.
$600 for the box. I'm sorry, but who in their right freaking mind is going to pay $600 for 4 cards?
Well, I think it's even worse when these people are doing player breaks, because you're so not guaranteed.
Well, that's just it. Okay, it's a 200 card set, so you got 200 players. Now you got a chance with 4 cards.
Mm-hmm. And they can make so much more if they're charging on 200 different price points.
Well, yeah, because Ohtani ain't going to be the same price of Lou Bob.
Right, for sure. And there are a lot of people that do it, but I just would not get into those.
I don't blame you, Lance. I'd be freaking out too, brother.
Yeah, I hear you, Lance.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because what it's set up, like most businesses where like the people at the top start with the manufacturers, you go down to the breakers and or dealers. These people are making the most money. The people who are not making the most money are the collectors, and or there are people who are in just as a business, they're still not making it.
No. Like if you think all these idiots during COVID that would go in and buy out the store and then sit there at the cash, open all the packs, and then walk away, leaving all the cards sitting there for the garbage at the cash.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of videos. Some guy in Target did it. He bought the box and then stood there and opened up every one and walked away with nothing. Just left the cards there for the lady to clean up.
I feel like that to them is like a mic drop because they're getting some like cred because they don't care.
Right.
But
now, I'd be turning around and running back going, okay, I need those cards. I just paid way too much for them.
Right, because we don't see everything that's on camera. You never know if they had another person there that just swooped in behind them.
Right. Well, I have no doubt. Or some little kid walked by. Here, take these.
Oh, that would happen all the time at the shows I would be at. So you would have people that would come by and buy some wax. They would rip it. Maybe they'd get like a couple cards, and then they'd be like, here's the commons, give it to some kid. So then a kid would come by and I'd be like, here, take these. Mm-hmm. But it was funny because like a lot of times these kids were smart. They're like, are there any autographs or jerseys in them? I'm like, no, it's just the commons. Oh, I don't want it.
Yeah. Yeah, but to me, you know what? Who the fuck is raising that? Excuse my language, but
Right.
why are they raising the kids to automatically think of that? I'm sorry.
They aren't raising them.
No.
This is not them raising them. This is the culture, Instagram reels and everything else raising that kid. So they're looking at it like, oh, I just need to have these $5,000 cards or else I'm not really making money. This totally changed, man. I don't think I could deal with a lot of the young Instagram kids that, you know.
Oh, it's like, I'm sorry. I took the time to raise my kids. We sit there and I spend when
You're a rare person.
There is a lot of my videos that are, Johnny loves them because they're like an hour long, because you send me something, I don't give a shit who the player is. If it's Shohei Ohtani or Lou Bob or whatever, they're all going to get the exact same screen time.
Right. Well, I'm just saying that I'm not saying that you aren't a good parent.
No.
I'm just saying it's the vast majority of people out there who don't, they raise their kids, but they don't tell them the difference of like this online stuff. What's important? It's not important to get some kind of cred. It's not important to be an influencer. It's more important to like be educated, have a good job, and be able to handle your money.
I went through that with somebody recently. It's one of those, well, I'm going to do that. Well, no, you don't realize there is no job for sitting around home. I don't care if daddy's rich or not. You know what? Daddy ain't going to be around forever to support your ass.
Wait, there's not a couch surfer
exactly.
Job?
And Tom, we at Walmart, when I worked there, I worked in the automotive. I ran the automotive place, and down where our oil was, every morning I'd walk down and find empty boxes of cards because that was the only aisle that didn't have a camera down it.
There's about 8 stores in Colorado that don't sell cards. They had the same thing where they're open in the bathrooms. And these people, like, they were so brazen that they were trying to flush the cards down the toilet too.
No way.
Yeah. And it would just like mess up the toilets and stuff too. And then they'd be all, it's just, people are messed up.
You might be on your sitting down 10 hours a day red light, but I can guarantee you're not sitting down there going, there's nothing on TV.
You have a highly skilled job too.
Yeah.
Red light.
See, I'd love Red Light's job, because right now as he's doing that coach, I'd be sitting there going, this is so freaking cool.
Yeah, I want a 3D printer. He's got several of them. His day job is running a crane.
Oh, that even better.
That's what I mean, like by him being really busy. He does his crane, he does his scrapping, he does cards, he's busy.
No doubt.
I don't know if I could keep up with it. I saw the process of doing a lot of the scrapping. It is nuts. There's some guys in like a different country. I can't remember what it was, but they bought all this like used radio, computer equipment. They separated everything by like certain motherboards, memory cards, other like radio boards and stuff. Then they had to use all the different acids. They had like 5 or 6 different steps for everything over like a month just to do one video. But they ended up with gold and whatnot, but still.
Right. But yeah, imagine how many friggin' radios you got to take apart to get enough gold to actually, you spent 50 hours getting $2 worth of gold.
Right. And I think it's good to be a jack of all trades too, Red Light, because I do photography as well, but I kind of got out of the wedding photography thing because it is highly stressful. You're going to get some asshole that is going to treat you like shit because you're not 100% attentive to their needs.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate wedding photography.
Well,
I did that for like years.
The girls in the wedding party, you got to ask their ages now. You can't just go pick them up. Excuse me, can I see your ID, please, before I pick you up? Okay, thank you.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I was mostly parents. So somebody is really overbearing mother would just be like I'd go get to something to drink and they'd be like, you missed
cool.
when they did this thing, when you were over just taking a break. Yeah. You should be taking pictures nonstop.
Right. I'm sorry, I went to the bathroom for 5 minutes. I am so sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I had that before too. If like you were taking a break at all, I would literally talk
like,
to the bride or groom and be like, hey, I need to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Yep.
If you guys have something that's going to happen,
just
let me know.
Yep.
And usually, if I had really good connection with the DJs, because those are the guys who would announce it when there were certain things happening,
Exactly.
then I was fine. But sometimes you get an asshole DJ that doesn't do that. Install security cameras. Right on.
See, but Dar's mom was like that when we first started planning the wedding. Her mom kept getting into it. Finally, I said, Dar, you know what? I'll plan the damn wedding.
Yeah.
So that shut her mom up. And then when we were there, she was, oh no, you shouldn't stand there for the picture. You should stand over here. You should stand over here. I'm like, Karen, shut up. They've done this before. They know where to go to get the back. They know what the fuck they're doing. This isn't his first job.
Right. Yeah, a lot of people, I'd have people too, like, be like, don't you think you need better lighting? I know how to work with an f-stop. I can definitely do this with low lighting, so don't worry about it. But they would always be like, those pictures probably are horrible. Can I see them?
Yeah. Can I see that before you? No, you can't freaking see
Right.
it.
And I'm like, well, that would just slow the process too.
Exactly.
Here I am showing someone my work, so they approve of it, and they can leave me alone.
Oh, I
hate.
Yeah, I just
wedding.
fuck off.
No, I literally stopped doing it, and like I have all these friends who are like, "How much are we making?" And I was like, anywhere from $500 to $1,500 every weekend. But
I used to do
worth the stress.
when I used to do DJing and stuff. You'd get the same thing. Oh, can you play this song? Dude, I played a country song like 4 songs ago. Nobody danced. I'm not going to play another country song for a while.
Right. Because they don't understand how you have to DJ. You're controlling the crowd and or the atmosphere.
Right. You're setting the tone. You know what? Okay, you've danced for 4 songs and you're all tired now. I'm going to slow it down, go get a drink, relax for a little bit, because you're going to get your ass back up here in a minute.
Imagine someone like requesting a spoken word song or something.
It's like
some Henry Rollins, his spoken word, not Black Flag. Can you?
It's like, oh, can you play this song? Dude, that's not even a song that you can slow dance to. That's a sitting on your frickin' porch with a moonshine in your hand. And it's like, no, I can't play that. Sorry, I do not have that song. No, I will not play that. And it's like, you got to be able to read the room. And it's like, oh, yeah, man, do you have any Ozzy? Yeah, okay. I'm at a country wedding and you want me to play Ozzy Osbourne? Yeah, that's not happening.
And there's a certain metal stuff, it's difficult to dance to. I mean, it's more of a...
Like, especially to get into the thrash and all that kind of stuff.
That's why we always used to call, there was this floor that played top 40 and pop stuff at this club we went to, and we always call it the wedding room floor, because it was that kind of music. The ones that, it's going to get people to dance because everybody knows it.
Yeah. When growing up, we had 3 bars in Orangeville, which is like 20 minutes away. One was a country bar, one was a rock bar, and one was a pop bar. Well, the pop bar was always packed because that's your friggin' Britney Spears, Michael Jackson, all the songs that you dance to. The rock bar was more, you're sitting there having a few drinks. Have a good run at that red light. Thank you.
Thanks for hanging out, man.
Yeah,
it was and thank you for doing all that stuff for everybody.
The rock bar was more of you're sitting, you're drinking, you're talking, you're having a good time. The country bar was all the hicks.
Line dancing, like you said, yeah.
Exactly. It's doing all freaking same dance to 50 different songs. Your pop bar was always packed because that's where all the young girls were. So all the guys were going there, and it was all the pop dance songs. And
I can't think of the country artist, but there was like he had like a bunch of different bar and grill type of things, but it had a huge dance floor. They had one in like really close to our house, and every time we would walk by, because it was like an outside mall thingy, they'd have the doors open, and it was always the same few songs, and they all looked like they were doing the same thing, like to every song.
Exactly. Usually it was electric slide with something put into it.
There you go. All right. Well, I appreciate you hanging out, brother.
Hey, it makes up for yesterday, bro. Anytime
you
you're coming on, if I'm available, I'm in, man.
You'd be surprised though. Every time you're not there, people are worried and concerned. They're like, "Where's Jeff? Where's Jeff at right now?"
You and Johnny are boring without me. That's what it really is. That's the thing.
Yeah, well, it could be. You're more entertaining than me. So they're probably like, "You're boring us, dude."
It's the Canadian quota. You got to have so many Canadians in there, and without me, it's out. That's
oh my God, we're equal opportunity. That's too funny. All right, brother, appreciate you.
That's the reason why they want me here, is because we end up talking about who knows what.
Oh, I love it when we just go off on tangents. That's some of the best parts.
The one we did 2 weeks ago, I think it was Monday or Tuesday. I was bored. Nobody was on. I caught up on all my videos, and it's like, I'm going to throw that freaking live on again because it was freaking hilarious. And I made a freaking playlist of a bunch of your old lives and just sat there and roared at it.
I appreciate you, man. Like you actually listening to them too, because
it is.
That's all I do anymore. I don't know about you. I just don't make videos like I used to.
Well, what I've started to do, I've also come on now. Oh, my hair's up in a ponytail here. I danced the middle. I used to get.
I'm sure people do it, but
I'd go to a friggin' dance or something. They'd put a bunch of AC/DC and all that on. I'd wake up the next day and I couldn't move because I had frickin' whiplash from headbanging the whole damn night.
So a lot of the music I listened to in the '90s, mosh pits were really prevalent.
Yep.
And that you would go home with I would have bruises all over me from getting forearms to the sternum or wherever else. You get messed up for sure. I'm not a big guy, but there's always someone bigger, or there's someone going faster.
That's it. There's one guy that's going 1,000 miles an hour.
Good night, Lance.
That usually ends up laying on the ground halfway through.
Yeah, I hear you, Tom. I don't feel bad. I don't buy new product anymore. If I buy it, I'm buying it for the member breaks.
Yep.
So that there's fun stuff in there to open, because I have too much old, and then we have experiments like today where it just didn't work out. I'm gonna make next month's better. I think what I'll do is have 3 boxes of something newer, which is $150 some bucks.
Even Mike and I were talking after my break on Thursday, and it's even he said, you cannot afford to go out and buy a hobby box anymore, even if you're a team collector, because there's a good chance you won't get your whole team now, but it's not worth it. They priced us out of it.
Mm-hmm. I only buy from Blowout on sale, and because I don't know if they do this with everybody, but I have a tax ID, so I get it for no tax on it, and it just makes it easier.
Yeah, but they've cut out a bunch of the hits now, and she's paying more money for less stuff in the box.
I don't think I'll go as far as 2024. I don't think I want to buy new stuff unless it's holiday or something fun.
Exactly, where you're guaranteed. Even A&G this year or Archives, one of the two, it was only 1 autograph now per box, where you used to get 2, maybe even 3.
Right, and A&G you'd always get a weird person autograph and then
a sports
player.
Yep. Or a weird autograph and a relic of a sports player or something.
Yeah, so if it's gotten that much more difficult, and it's not even worth it.
And now with the 5,000 parallels, but only 2 of them are numbered, it's really, why? I
have some 2021 Bowman. I have a hobby box. I think it's only $250 that I'm going to open for the channel break too, which there won't be as many things, but there should be a bigger hit, hopefully, right?
2021, that isn't Voldemort, is it? Is that Voldemort here?
I don't know.
Bowman, let's see. Who are the big rookies? Yeah. Oh, you got
Alex
Screwball. That's just the first 5, and every one of them I've heard of. So,
I ended up buying a retail and the I traded for them at the show. retail and then the hobby. So,
oh, you got Never Pitch Nate Pearson for the Jays.
I'm just trying to turn like cards that I have instead of using cash into more boxes.
And you know what? But that's what we appreciate from you, is because you're doing that more for us than you are for yourself. And
yeah,
Mike's
I mean, I want everybody to get something cool. That's why this is so disappointing. I feel like I let you guys down.
No, not at all. Like Mike, with this, the way he prices out his breaks, it covers what he's done or like what you've got plus shipping, and then the money just goes to the next break. Well, unfortunately, they priced us out of it. Now he can't even do that now. He hates
He's
going
smart though to get some of that
$20
stuff
a team.
correct. Like he got early archives, and everybody was like, the fact that he was charging that amount, and Mike, like you or I, just he's going to charge what, you know, the price on what he got it for. He's not going to charge on the current one. He's not going to raise the price.
Yep.
He's honest in that way, but that's, you know, big breakers. That's how they make a ton of money. They buy it at that initial price, and then as it raises, they just keep making it.
Well, like it's funny. A lot of guys out there. There was a Canadian guy that did his very first break, and it was I can't remember what it was. $40 a team. He's not around anymore, unfortunately. But it's Mike and I were sitting there doing a backstage or something afterwards, and we looked at the prices, and he goes, "I know what he paid for those boxes. I just bought some boxes." He was making or trying to make $400 in profit off of it.
Yeah, and but he's, you know, think about the smaller ones. It's harder for them to make that. But imagine someone doing a 10-box break. They're making four grand or whatever off of, or not $4,000.
Well, no, yeah,
it's 400 profit. Yeah. That's
and
nuts.
still, but like, I'm sorry, but these guys that do the case breaks and stuff like that, 99% of the time you're going to get the exact. I don't really need 10 Bo Bichette cards or 10 Vladdy cards.
I think that's why Dad is retiring.
Right.
He's retiring from being a teacher so he can do the card thing more. I mean, it makes sense if you're making that kind of money.
True. If you can make that kind of money, then more power to you. But unfortunately, with guys like you and I, and probably everybody in the chat right now, we can't afford to do that.
Right.
We don't have the startup capital to go out and buy all those boxes.
Right. Not just the capital, the following. If you have a huge following too, he doesn't have to like get more people subscribing. He just needs to keep the current amount of buyers.
I still say Diamond Princess, Arnie, and a few of these other guys that come in and bought all this product to sell to us, got in too fast, too deep, and realized it's a lot of freaking work.
It's a lot of work, and you take it in the pants if you don't have a big enough following, because you start taking discounts on stuff and you're taking less money than it cost you.
Like I was talking to Arnie the one day, and he was like, well, I went out when it first came out and bought 2020, I think it was 2021 update that had Wander was the big one in it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, now that Wander did what he did, there's nobody else in the update. So now the $400 a box he spent or whatever it was are only, you can buy them for $100 a box now.
Mm-hmm. Was Wander an update or the first? I can't remember if they waited a year to make him.
Whatever one it was, but Wander was the big one.
Yeah, he might have been an update. I don't remember. But
it was like, what the hell? Like, you go out and buy this product thinking you're going to sell it. Well, you know as well as I do. I get in a couple of breaks for Series 1. Do I really want to get another break for Series 1? No, I'm good. Mm-hmm. I've got my team set. Yeah, I'd like to have a couple of the inserts and the relics and autos, but I'm better off going out and buying them on eBay or something like that than I am, let's go in another break and spend another $40-$50 to get the exact same cards I already have.
That's the thing that's a shame for you about Whatnot. So a lot of the people who do Whatnot don't have a big enough following, so they take less. It's all bid on, but they'll be taking for like per spot. Ridiculously low prices where they're not making anything.
Lance, I would rather buy mystery packs from you or Hobby or something like that
I'm gonna do a mystery
that
break.
way.
It's gonna be loaded too. Like
Oh,
every pack's gonna have like 5 autos. I don't know how many relics, but there's gonna be at least one Hall of Famer in every one.
See, and like that's why in my breaks, it's all mystery packs. I don't know what's in it. Yeah, you're gonna get some base and stuff. People donate other mystery packs and stuff for them, but I don't know what's in it. But to me, I'm not charging enough anyway. I'm only charging $12 a spot.
Yeah, you don't charge hardly anything. So I mean, shipping costs you more.
And it's like, why would I charge more just to? You don't know what you're getting, and you're getting more in one of my breaks than you are in a freaking hobby box now.
Yeah, I think people are there's gonna be a certain crowd of people, but there's gonna be more and more people who are gonna turn away from manufactured sealed packs to the put together mystery packs and or boxes by people, because not only that, it'll say what you're going to get per pack most of the time, or which chase cards there are.
Yeah.
Lance used to, when he did his mystery packs, he would number them.
Mm-hmm.
And that way you keep everything straight, because you are only grabbing from certain ones.
Yep.
And if someone's lucky and they're like, I want pack 39, that's their luck. But it's not like buying a single pack where, I don't know, because there's always something repacked. Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Boom Slang. I was looking for that word.
But the thing is, honestly, that's what we need to do right now as a card community, is stop going out and buying into the new stuff, the breaks and the retail and all that. Let Fanatics and Panini and everybody else know, you know what? We don't accept that this is what
that's the only thing that's going to change. I agree. If they start taking it in the wallet and or it starts to have less sales, if they have a big enough dip, they would probably change things.
They'd have to. But unfortunately, because of the deals they made with the big breakers and everything else, it's just not worth it for us. Well, they priced us out. We can't, us blue collar Joe Blow cannot afford to do this shit anymore. They chased us out of our own hobby.
Which is a shame, because that was the whole thing with retail, is that was semi-affordable if you couldn't, and that was when boxes were 150 to say maybe 500, not counting like your cup and bigger things. But if you're within that range, that's still affordable. But you were able to go and buy a $10 blaster. I mean, I remember when blasters early off at Walmart were like $7.99.
Yep.
And then obviously that was only for a few years, but then every year it seemed to go up. It was like, it went to $9.99, $12.99, $14.99, and then now it's like what, $34?
You
39?
can't buy a blaster up here for less than $50. It doesn't matter the sport. And sometimes they'll have some reduced ones from like 22 or 21 or something like that. They're still $35.
Lance, you're not going to be yelled at by a YouTuber.
You won't get yelled at, but if I buy one of your repacked mystery pack, you will get shouted out.
Yep.
Because I got in trouble from somebody. Well, you showed my YouTube channel on your video. You sent me shit. I'm going to shout you out. I'm going to show everybody where to go because you were nice enough to send me this. I'm going to make sure everybody knows where it comes from.
There was a few, I won't say that Jabs opened them, but he would do he'd buy them from eBay or wherever else. Mm-hmm. Sometimes he even bought them from what are those like indoor flea markets. Yep. Someone would have them, and I'm like, that's a huge risk. But he would shout out if something was good.
Right.
But I would say that 70% of the time they were bad.
There was one,
and that makes everybody else's repacks look horrible.
A pretty big breaking channel up here in Canada, and I went into their store where they do their lives and everything else, and I bought a few singles, but they had mystery packs there. And I went, okay. I said, what do you get in? She goes, well, there's a guaranteed one numbered auto or relic, okay. And I said, she goes, they're $15 each. I went, oh, okay, no problem, I'll do that.
Yeah.
I bought it. There was one card in it, and that's it for $15.
Okay, that's messed up then. Yeah,
the card was $5. $5 numbered card.
Like For mine, I never put commons in them. So I'll
Nope.
have star cards, Hall of Famers, but then there's also inserts, numbered cards.
Exactly.
And then
You have probably
four autos.
you are probably the best of the mystery packs there is.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. That's why I want to do a break on them, because I think I'm not looking to make a ton of money on it. I'm looking to make everybody happy and enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's something that people think, if you're doing it that way too, there's something wrong with you. And there must be a way I'm cheating people. But I just think you gotta
it's
buy
funny.
something and get a fair return.
Exactly.
I really
you all
believe
have fun making the mystery boxes. You told me that before. You have just as much fun going through and making them as you do when people open them.
Quit fluffing.
You're not here to
I
do
was
it.
waiting for Johnny, because I was like, if Johnny's listening, he's gonna say something bad.
Well, the other one,
Love
right,
you, Johnny.
the guy on Scott off eBay. If somebody wants a great deal, go get his box. It's got 15 different packs in it that he makes up himself. Guaranteed rookies, guaranteed hits.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, great.
9 autos. Oh yeah. And you're guaranteed a magazine, a price guide from the years, and all kinds of stuff. It's just
That's pretty cool. Yeah, because that's a loaded thing. It's as far as loaded entertainment or hobby entertainment, and that's important.
Yep.
I could put old Beckett's in mine because I've got like a whole bunch of like card file boxes full of old Beckett's that I collected from when I was a kid.
Well, he makes these boxes up for you. So like me and the Jays, he's going to put extra Jays hits. There's going to be an actual picture of the Jays, which I think I've got Expos because I told him Jays or Expos or Orioles. There's the picture of on the front of the price guide was a Blue Jay, and it was, it's amazing.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Lance, just so you know, I didn't make your stream, but I left your stream streaming while you were doing it. So I do apologize that I was doing my own. I didn't think about that when I said I'd be there. Hobby looks like a Krispy Kreme. Oh man, that's your addiction to that white icing. You always got it around your mouth.
Oh.
Start calling them Dunkin' Donuts. All right. Dunkin' D's nuts.
Oh, dude, all right.
He's going to be Dunkin' D's nuts. That's...
Yeah.
All right.
He was streaming. There
I
you
think
go.
I said I was going to like get off like 45 minutes ago. That's how it happens, man. We start talking about stuff.
You and I start shooting the shit and talking about whatever.
Yep, and I enjoy it. Especially, get Johnny, get you, get Mike. We have a good time.
And
excuse me,
so
Alan.
Yeah, and Alan.
Can't forget Alan.
No, it does help when you're live to have somebody in there with you to kind of watch the chat and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's
Because
talking.
yourself-
He's been wanting to get off for about an hour or change now, Johnny. That's why I keep changing the subject as soon as he talks about getting off. It's just,
I'm always jacking it, Johnny. That's just me.
How's your
Like
elbow?
right now, my hands are down my pants.
That's why your elbow's getting cut up.
All messed up.
How's your
funny.
mom doing, by the way?
Oh, she still has a cold and coughing, but the pneumonia, bronchitis stuff is gone. So
Awesome. Okay, that's
because it was first bronchitis, then it went into I don't know the difference, like how that is different, but
basically,
I guess it's like your percentage of blockage or something. I don't know.
It is, but it's more of the pneumonia is more of a liquid blockage, where your bronchitis
Yeah.
is it's one of those.
Yeah, she's still coughing up whatever, but like it takes her when she gets these kind of chest colds, it lasts forever. I keep thinking I'm getting sick, but whatever it is that I think my body's fighting it.
Yeah. Like I know, like I said, years ago I had pneumonia and they didn't catch it. It was where it was in my lung was hidden by my shoulder blade. So they kept giving me Tylenol freeze to stop the cough and the pain.
Yeah.
Well, it ended up, the infection went from inside my lung to outside my lung.
Oh, geez.
And it basically turned everything to jelly. So I had to go into the hospital for 4 months. They tried to drain all the stuff. Well, it turned to jelly, so it wasn't draining. So they had to. I've got a scar from.
I didn't know that it was that bad. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was scary. Because just one night I was sitting there laying in bed and I'm breathing. All of a sudden, fuck, this don't feel right. I looked at my chest and only one side was raising and lowering.
So your lung collapsed?
Yep. It ended up collapsing my lung because the jelly.
You can die. I think that happens, right?
You can. Yep.
Yeah. That's scary, dude.
These guys are talking about your friggin' elbows.
I'm talking about ashy elbows. Your skin be ashy. Yeah, that's always cracked me up is like black girls be like dogging on each other at my school or whatever in high school. Your skin's ashy, and that was like a big thing that would piss them off, where they'd throw hands a lot of times. I'm like, how's that something that's that upsetting?
Yeah.
Your wife had the money.
Ouch. $1,800.
I don't even know what her bill is going to be. She has TRICARE, so I know that they cover some, but it is not going to be a ton.
Well, we up here we got healthcare, but when Dad went to Florida, it was about 2 years before COVID. He ended up having his gallbladder act up.
I've had that. Yeah, they call it angry, is what. Then they have to take it out. Your gallbladder's angry.
But they went in Daytona, and as soon as they found out he was Canadian, oh well, we need to run this test and this test and this test and this test. So they had insurance, and she called up to the insurance, and the first thing they said was, "You don't accept nothing, you say nothing, a yes to nothing, and you do not sign nothing."
Yeah.
They ended up getting the bill, and it was $400,000 for the 6 days, private room, and all these tests and everything else. And Mom just sent the bill to the insurance, and the insurance paid them $26.
That's messed up. I'm just saying, if they only paid $300, so my mom was in the hospital for it's like close to 2 weeks. I can't imagine. We had to do they had many times to see. They had to do scans and all this stuff. I imagine it's going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And yeah, fixed income. I'm sure this is going to be a big deal.
Start getting used to taking they're not using lube when they give it to you. That's all I can say. You're going to have to take it without it.
Mm-hmm. If our healthcare, if we had universal, I think across the board things would go down cost for things.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because they would negotiate it in a different way.
Yeah. Medicare. Oh, okay. And I honestly think Medicare
will cover the rest. Then Jim's saying, if you have that, or unless it's Medicaid. Is it Medicare or Medicaid? I can't remember which one covers a lot of stuff.
But
it's hard for me to remember the difference between the two. I think Medicare is when you retire, and Medicaid is low income people. Could be wrong.
How many people would actually go see the doctors if it was free?
But that's the thing, is that's what they're probably worried about, is that there's so many people that used to too just go if they had a runny nose, and yeah, you're wasting a lot of time when you're doing that.
Right. But instead they're having people, well, I can't go because I can't afford it, and then they end up dying. So which is a poor way to do it.
When I was similarly in the hospital I was in my 20s, I ended up getting bronchitis. Then I smoked too, like an idiot. So I was smoking and I had bronchitis. Then I got pneumonia and I was in the hospital. The reason I didn't go in is because I knew it was going to cost me money. But then when I finally went to the emergency room, they're like, we're checking you in right away.
Yeah, you should have been here like 2 weeks ago, idiot.
Totally. I'm sure if they would have nipped it in the bud and given me antibiotics, it would have been way better. But
well, back when my lung collapsed, I went in and the lady said to me, I said, somebody's got to wheel me outside for a smoke. Well, you shouldn't smoke. You only have 1.5 lungs right now. I used to tell them, if you can tell me this is from smoking, I will stop right now. Because it was pneumonia.
Right.
But I still ended up.
I'm sure they were just like, well, it's not going to help it, but it's not from it.
But I ended up
Medicare
because of it.
Okay.
For like 6 months. But then that was still when you go to bars up here, you can smoke in the bars. But when you're the only guy at the bar that isn't smoking, that's rough.
That
So
definitely is. Thanks for playing. Yeah, I did not know the difference. I kind of think I know it, but then I don't know it.
I don't know. I hear
all I know is that
NASCAR
premiums
on
are ridiculous.
Medicare, and it goes in one ear and out the other.
So the last job I was working, that I was let go last March, whatever. They bragged all the time about how great their insurance was, and it was amazing. Like, I don't think in any of the things I had, like when I had my spine surgery, I think I paid $600 total.
Okay.
And I was in the hospital 2 days plus the surgery, all the appointments afterwards. So I mean, it was good insurance, but that's why they'd get away with paying people less, because they're like, we don't pay the most because we're a nonprofit, but we have the best insurance that's out there. They actually described it as being Medicare or Medicaid, but it wasn't. It was through United, I think.
Okay, I just did a Google search. What's the difference? It says Medicare covers hospital medical costs, where Medicaid often covers long-term care, dental, vision, etc.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You were sitting there talking, and I'm like, we have everything's covered up here for the most part.
Probably for me, like every time I start talking about it, I'm like, which one is which? Because I don't remember, and I don't know why I get confused by that. But well, hopefully, Boom Slang Medicare covers some of it. But I imagine hospitals, they bill one insurer, and sometimes they don't even go to the second insurer.
Right, you have to do it yourself.
Yeah, once you get the bill, then you say, look, I still have this too. And they're like, oh, okay. Because even if you filled it out at the hospital, they don't do that in the billing department. They should.
Well, hopefully your wife feels better too, Boom Slang.
Yeah, hopefully she feels better.
Hobby just says swallow a couple of Rocky Mountain oysters and you'll be fine. There you go.
Yeah. Him and he just can't believe it. Hey, imagine this, Johnny. Put this thought in your head. I had those Rocky Mountain oysters with ranch, and it was running down my fucking lips the whole time. And I'm smacking and smacking, going,
Oh my God. That's the visual I didn't need.
Make sure you tip your waiters. Insurance helpline.
See, Lance, we're a jack of all trades here.
Yeah, I like taking things to extreme. I had two buddies that would do the extreme to gross each other's out, like to top each other. And a buddy of mine topped us all where we could never try it again. We grabbed a urinal cake and bit into it.
No. Oh.
Swear to God. And then smiled at us. Had a fucking curly pube on his teeth.
Oh God, no. Oh shit.
I'm definitely getting demonetized on this.
Oh no.
But yeah, I was just amazed. I'm like, there's no topping that. He would do anything for money. So like, if you said, would you do this? He'd be like, yeah, there's some dog shit right there. Would you eat that? Yeah, $100. I'll do it.
Well, JR, his buddies, $50 would he take a bite out of a antiperspirant stick. deodorant stick, whatever. And JR took a big bite out of it. And I'm like, dude,
it'd probably numb your tongue
it
too.
a few times, but I didn't think it was that hard.
Now Lance is joining in.
Yep.
I just wish that it was during the age of cell phones, because recording that would have been perfect.
Oh, Johnny, that's gross. I don't even. I don't want to picture that either.
Oh my God.
I want to go back
wonderful.
to you eating the Rocky Mountain oysters. That's a much better picture.
I'll have to ask him. Actually, I haven't spoken to him in a while, and I always wondered if he died at some point because of the crazy shit he would do. Like, there was no dare he wouldn't take.
So you're gonna call him and ask him to see if he died?
Oh, me? No. I haven't spoken with him because we were never, this is pre-Facebook friends. If I would check my MySpace, maybe we're still friends on there, but I don't know.
Yeah, I had a couple of those guys. I was one of those guys that I had a couple of guys say to me afterwards, "You did a lot of weird, stupid shit when you were a kid. How are you still alive?" Oh.
Some people are, though, just lucky. They have this luck about them. It's crazy.
I used to car surf all the time until I realized when you're really, really drunk, your balance is way off and you should not be on top of a car.
I had a buddy who had T-tops. We did that in his vehicle all the time.
Nice.
But it was when we were plastered, so.
Yeah. I had a pickup truck and I had one of those boxes on the back that was even with the hood, the roof of the cap, and then it went up a little bit, then it went up again at the back. I was drunk. There was this girl that I picked up at the bar, and my buddy goes, "Let's go truck surfing." And yeah, that's a great idea. So then,
I am old, man. Yes, I remember rocking MySpace.
There you go. So the girl goes, "I'll drive," and I said, "Okay." And she goes, "Tell me when to go." And I said, "Okay." And then somebody went, "Go where?" And she took off, and I was not ready.
Just flip backwards or what? Off the back?
Well, the guy said I did one cartwheel on top of the truck and did another one in the air before I landed.
Imagine if you just landed on your feet, man. People would have been like,
"Oh." No, dude, I had road rash on my forehead. My whole back was covered in road rash. Broke a collarbone, my arm, and 2 toes. Went to the hospital.
It's still around, Johnny.
Oh, yeah. I went to the hospital and went in, and the lady goes, "I'm sorry, we can't look at you." And I'm like, "Why?" She goes, "Because you're drunk." I said, "Well, I sure as hell wouldn't want to feel this if I wasn't drunk."
They won't admit people if they're drunk?
They will not admit you if you're drunk. So
That's
I had to go home for 6 hours until I sobered up. And then I went back, and that's when I found out that I had a broken collarbone, broken arm, and
so your pain was completely dulled while you were drunk too. And then by the time you went in, you were like in horrible pain, I'm sure.
Oh, I wasn't. But I think my hangover was worse than the other pain, so it helped.
Everybody's going to MySpace right now.
I
remember how MySpace,
if
you had videos, it had an autoplay. So you would go to someone's page, and if you had a big enough resolution and showed enough of their page, like 6 videos could be playing at once. 6 songs, and you're like, it was crazy.
I couldn't, Johnny. It was hard. And the worst thing is I didn't even sleep with the girl that freaking almost killed me. Idiot.
At least then you could have been rough.
Exactly.
You ever had a donkey punch, baby? See, that's what I'm talking. We're going in the whole debauchery direction. So
I can honestly say I've never been on MySpace. Don't know what it is. It sounds so. It's like a YouTube, Instagram before YouTube and Instagram.
Yeah, it's like an original social media stuff that it was supposed to be more hip, more because more music related. A lot of bands have MySpace pages.
Okay.
But you could have your own page where you shouted out those bands or put videos up. And yeah, it was. I can remember being like an early adopter of Facebook though, because I was like, there's too much shit going on with MySpace. Yeah. Facebook was like blank. There wasn't no advertising, nothing going on. And now look at it.
So it's basically Spotify now. Is that what you're saying? Except they played videos instead of just music?
Well, it was like an artist promotion, so social media. Okay. So artists, because it was like promoting these artists, these musical acts, but anybody could get a page. And so, yeah, I think it was just, I can remember early off telling people to go to that page, like, you know, like instead of giving out your phone number if you didn't have a cell phone, because I didn't at this time. I think I had a pager. I was like, yeah, go to my MySpace page.
You know what? I could see you doing that.
Yeah. Just like Lance said, I'm old, man.
On the bottom of his Hobby Hound card that just happens to be sitting beside me, it says MySpace.
I should do that. I should go and see if it's still up. And then change all my contacts, have certain cards that be like, check me out on MySpace. Or what was like that early Instagram thing? Oh, where they had the videos and stuff. Oh, can't think of it. Maybe it starts with a P. Everyone
do all your different cards.
No dealers.
One has one thing on it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Their pager. Yep.
Oh, I still have that, Johnny. I think it's over here, but I
think you showed it during one of your live
streams, right?
I think you did on one of the sales. Yeah, you did. You did. You showed it. I want to say it might have even been a Nick sale.
It was, and because I was talking to Red Light about rewiring it, because I really wanted to make it like a Bluetooth device, just so I could have it on me at weird times. Because like my phone, one of my ringtones is a dial-up modem. Okay. And every time it goes off, like when that ringtone comes on, people are looking at each other. They're looking around. They're like, "Who's got a dial-up computer?"
And
I just love the reaction. Yeah. Got to mess with the public sometimes.
Hey, there's nothing better.
There is still service, yeah. I do know a person who has a pager and they've had it for 20 odd years, but they need it for their work.
Yeah,
I remember early pagers that had this.
I miss the old flip phone. That's what I miss.
Flip phones, yeah.
We had one that was
my first phone was a flip phone.
It was like a walkie-talkie thing you could do with it.
Yeah, Nextel.
Mom and Dad were in Florida. We could talk on it. It wouldn't cost us a damn thing.
We did that too. We had the Nextel network, and I think it was. It would embarrass my wife. So if I was like, "Hey, you there?" She'd be like, "I'm in a grocery store." People were looking at me. I'm like, "Who gives a shit?"
We used to do that with people. There'd be a bunch of us through racing, which alcohol was involved, but we'd all go to a Target or whatever together, and then people be walking around and it's like, "Hey, can you let me out of this guy's pocket? I'm stuck in his pocket. Please let me out." People are looking at everybody, or you wait till they're in the checkout line.
My buddy Jason, I did that to him one time. And I was like, "Hey man, are you still looking for that diarrhea medicine?" He's like, "What?" It was funny at the time because people really didn't want attention on themselves back in the day.
Nope.
It was still weird for me to like record myself. I'm like, or take a picture or do a selfie. I'm like, this doesn't seem right. That's why, like, did you watch the 50 Cent documentary on Diddy?
No, I didn't. I haven't seen.
Oh God, you gotta watch it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
There's like this found footage they had of like it was either Tupac or the Biggie Smalls like shooting, and it shows somebody with a camcorder recording, and that just seems so weird to me.
Yeah.
That it's just like someone would record now on their phone, someone just walking on the streets and stuff. Like someone doing that would be considered stalker stuff back then.
Yeah, pretty much.
What are you doing recording me?
Well, the ones I get a kick out of now are all these people that somebody's getting beat up or stabbed or something like that. There's 10 people around them, all with their cell phones, but
They're
nobody's
not helping. Yep.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
They-
The guy gets
they're
hit by a
more-
car. Why are you just sitting there taking pictures of the fucking guy?
This is part of that mentality that I was talking about, though. They're more concerned about their view count, or if someone's
Right.
gonna watch that thing. They don't care about that person.
Yeah.
They're so detached from it.
Yeah, this could get on the news. I'm going to be famous.
Yeah, or if like it was like that girl in New York who said that guy's pants around his ankles and started recording them for TikTok. I forget, they just call her like TikTok girl or something like that. And she's like, I got sexually assaulted. And really, she's the one who like walked into his apartment, and it's just crazy. She was.
You didn't recognize my face, though, right?
She what?
You didn't recognize my face?
No.
Okay, good. Woof.
Oh,
was worried.
DoorDash girl. That's because she did DoorDash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And she's like, guys, I was just door dashing, and this guy exposed himself to me. But really, it was her walking into his house. He was passed out with his pants around his ankles. So that's weird, but he was in his house. So do what you do.
Okay, everybody in the chat, has anybody here ever passed out with their pants down?
Right? And he was a drinker too. So like,
More
obviously,
More than
Yeah.
once?
right?
Christ, I slept in freaking, I guess I went to take a leak one day and I fell over and fell asleep in the bathtub. Woke up in the bathtub the next day. Pants around my
I
ankles.
woke up on the floor before, like, and then someone's like, hey man, I'm not going to piss over you.
Yep.
It's like, all right. I'm like, I don't even remember being in there. Like, don't you remember when you're getting sick? No.
I'd rather you pissed over me than pissed on me. That's all I can say.
Right? They're still sort of.
It's amazing where you slept when you were really drunk back in the day.
Well, the thing about bathtubs and/or a toilet seat is it was cool.
It was. That's it. It was the cool.
Mm-hmm.
I had one guy that was freaking. He started puking at one of my parties, and I don't know what the hell the guy ate, but he wouldn't stop. So I just threw him in the bathtub. You want to keep puking, dude? You're not getting all over my freaking bathroom. Just get in the tub.
I feel bad, but we would kick people out if they got like that. Because
Yeah.
First off, I
Wow.
mean, there were some people that would come to a party and just get trashed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you didn't bring a sleeping bag. You're not staying here. So why are you drinking so much?
You've got no way home.
Right.
I
And a lot
don't
of times
see
we would take
anybody
them
else.
on.
You're sitting there drinking by yourself at the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Or there was no designated drivers either a lot of time.
We had one kid that he got so wasted. Well, it wasn't really his fault. He asked us what we usually drank, so we made a drink for him, and we had like everything in it: beer, vodka,
Right.
Oh, we drink this all the time, dude. It's all good. And he drank 2 big glasses of it. Well, later in the night, we heard a great big bang, and we all come running to the kitchen, and he's at the bottom of the stairs. And we're like, what the fuck happened? And one guy looks at me and goes, he said something about the water. He was standing at the top of the stairs and wanted to jump in the cat bowl water. So he jumped from the top of the stairs and landed.
But did he make it into the cat bowl?
Hey, there was water and food everywhere.
there.
I'm going to say yes.
I remember like weird mentality like that where people were like, I'm gonna go jump over that fence, and they would
Yeah.
like get no air, and it would just like I remember a friend was like hung up on it, his jeans were holding
Yep.
him, and he was like over the top of a fence just sitting there. Oh,
Or, oh, dude, I want to jump off the railing into the pool. No, you're not.
don't
No,
do it.
I'm not fucking. I ain't got a big enough shovel to scrape you up, dude. No, we're not doing that.
All right, brother. I need to
Yeah,
make
bud.
dinner. It's getting late too.
Yeah, it's like 10:30.
Cool hanging out with you. Enjoyed it.
Blast, dude. Always.
All right,
Always.
and now make sure to check out Jeff's next break. I'll make sure that I should be home this week. So I
Thursday.
should be
Oh,
able
we're
to hang
doing
out.
baseball this week. The intro
right.
video will be out tomorrow.
Put me down for the Rockies, please.
Gotcha, brother.
All right.
All right, boys and girls.
Take care. Have a great night.
Have a good one.